What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm just going to get right to the point. I agree with Just Pearly Things and Nick Fuentes. I agree with them. You want to know why I agree with them? Because you blacks can say whatever you want to say about everybody else. You blacks have all the opinions in the world for everybody else. Black people can critique anybody they want openly. Black people can do some of the most egregious things openly to other groups of people without anybody else batting an eye. You invited Just Pearly Things into the community. You invited all of these white people to come over here and talk about romance or relationships, sports, rap, whatever. But the moment somebody critiques you blacks, you get upset. I'm coming in with the smoke today. I'm about to be chaotic. I did drink some Red Bull. That's probably why I'm so chaotic right now. Sorry about that. Sorry. You blacks will joke about being late. Comedians have been joking about being late for decades. Black people and your family have probably joked about being late, and y'all don't say nothing. Give me a second. I got to fix this camera. Sorry about that. Sorry. Tell me if I'm too loud, guys. I apologize. But the moment that Nick Fuentes said something about you blacks being like, oh, I can't believe he said that. What do you mean you can't believe he said that? You joke about it. Oh, I'm on CP time. See, I'm the Negro whisperer for a reason. You want to be a victim. You want to be oppressed. But I'm going to tell you something. You're not a victim and you're not oppressed. You're a part of the same hypocrisy. Excuse me. You allowed Just Pearly Things into the community. All of you blacks did. Mind you, I don't have a problem with it. I rock with Whitey. But don't get mad when Whitey critiques you. Don't get mad when she says things about the community or agrees with other people about the community. Don't get mad with her. White people can critique the black community because white people have been helping the black community for centuries. Oh, that ain't true. Oh, it ain't true? Who started the HBCUs? Who implemented policies so that you blacks could be free in this country? What are you talking about? I'm not going to do a long monologue today because I got a whole bunch of whiteys coming on the panel. And I want the smoke. I want people who are upset with Just Pearly Things to come up here and state your reasoning why. You blacks aren't hiring other blacks. Just Pearly Things is hiring other blacks. You blacks aren't putting other people on a platform. Just Pearly Things is putting other people on a platform. And I'll tell you something else about a lot of white people. They respond back before black people do. Oh, man, shoot, you got to hit me up next week, man. You email a white person, they email you back in 2 minutes. I call each and every last one of you hotep hustling, drum beating, ancestor worshiping Negroes out. I call you out. You didn't have a problem when Just Pearly Things was talking about dating amongst the black community. Oh yeah, Just Pearly Things is right. All you blackity blacks sitting Indian style like your damn kindergartners. Which one is it? Can she talk about black relationships? Can she talk about black anything else in the black community? But is it hands off with slavery? None of you Negroes were slaves. None of you Negroes lived through Jim Crow. None of you Negroes lived through post-Reconstruction. Stop it. She could talk about slavery. She could talk about Harriet Tubman. Hell, I do it. I don't believe half of the shit that I got a headache. I don't believe half of the shit that was taught to me as a kid. Because I ask questions. What did they feed all these Africans while they were on the boat? What did they drink? They sure as hell weren't drinking the salt water on the Atlantic Ocean. I'm not angry. I'm just, well, to a degree, I'm pissed off. I'm lightweight pissed off that people are giving smoke to that white woman. All of a sudden now she's racist, right? Yeah, okay. All of a sudden now she's public enemy number one. But I'll tell you something, and if Just Pearly is listening, you have an ally with me. You have an ally, because I will expose nigga-hypocrisy. White people, please don't say nigga-hypocrisy. Please, for the love of God, don't say that. Let me say that for you. I will expose nigga-hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. I want the smoke. I want O'Shea Duke Jackson. I want MTR. I want all these Negroes to come over here. I want Jason Black to come over here. We got to stop being selective about outrage. Salute to Chris Rock. We have to stop being selective. You blacks, you big bubble lip Negroes never lived through those hardships. I'm not trying to downplay it, and neither was Just Pearly Things. Neither was Nick Fuentes. They weren't downplaying it. They were just asking questions. Maybe a lot of the things you heard about during slavery didn't happen. Maybe they're telling you these things to keep you mentally enslaved. Maybe black men, they're telling you this story about Harriet Tubman to make you feel like you got to be rescued by a woman. I never believed Harriet Tubman. I never believed that story. Sounds like a goddamn Marvel movie. This 5'2", 170-pound woman with an Elmer Fudd musket was going around saving blacks. Somehow she was the greatest outdoorsman ever. I don't believe it. And I never believed it. And you're an idiot if you believe every iota of that story. Well, white people, they got stories, and white people will make books critiquing and analyzing their past. You can find books of authors who have written about George Washington and how he was a trash president. And he was noted as being the greatest president. White people give their people smoke. Black people, we have this stigma about giving our people smoke. We can't believe all this nonsense. And if white people can give their people smoke, and if they can be allowed to be in black circles, they can also give us smoke as well. We got to stop pedestalizing and putting everything black on a pedestal. I made a video about Maya Angelou. I had people calling me, man, when I see you, man, I'm gonna Luke Kane kick you. You ain't kicking nothing. That woman was a hoe. She was a madam of a house. She was a fucking prostitute. Please don't curse when you get up here, guys. Only I can curse. She was a prostitute. She was a madam of a house. She wrote about it. She was a sex trafficker. And black people to this day will not critique her the way that I have. We got a problem in the black community of worshiping people and worshiping events that probably didn't happen the way that the event has been told to us. Worshiping hoes. Got the white man, he worshiping astronauts. You worshiping a hoe. Well, she could write poetry. Stop it. Poetry. Real Bravado, thank you so much for that super chat, man. Sorry about that. I blacked out. Sorry. I blacked out. I had to black out. This isn't anything personal to those gentlemen. This isn't anything personal. Hold on for a second. Real Bravado Network with the $50 super chat says, this is for my 10 minutes today. These N-words get what they deserve. Yeah. They sure as hell do. They sure as hell do. She can't be saying that about the black community. Stop it. That white woman can say whatever she wants to say because you guys have allowed her in the community. And you know what? This is what you get. This is what you get. Real Bravado Network, salute to you, man. Thank you so much for dropping that $50 super chat. I really appreciate that. The Lapeef Network obviously appreciates that. Guys, put an emoji in the chat for Real Bravado Network. Thank you so much, sir. Salute to you, my good sir. Sonny says blacks can speak negatively about any and every other ethnicity and nationality, but no one is allowed to chastise or be honest about blacks without negative consequences. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I know a Chinese restaurant. I'm not even going to name where it's at. You know why? Because most of you blacks that are listening, you can identify with this story. Chinese restaurant opens up, black people like, why they be treating us bad? Why don't they be hiring us? Maybe MFer, they shouldn't hire you because you should have occupied the space before they got here. This is your community, but you allowed them in here. You came in here smiling like a damn cartoon character from the Looney Tunes when they opened up shop here. I'm gonna go get me some Chinese food. Let me get that. Let me get the shrimp fried rice. See, I will call you out. I'm the Negro whisperer for a reason. I don't pretend. I don't bullshit. And I've always been like that. I'll be like that today, tomorrow, and forever. White people, don't be afraid of these blacks. They're emotional now. They're upset now. Just pearly things. If you're listening, don't be afraid of these blacks. Keep doing your thing. You can invite whoever you want over there. Somebody on my channel said, well, she didn't have anybody to push back on Nick Fuentes. So what? That's the purpose of an interview, you dumb mother effer. So what? That's the reason why Howard Stern and Barbara Walters and so many other great interviewers were great, because they'll sit there and just listen to you. That's what the purpose of an interview is. What's up, Seven Still? Salute to you, man. Positivity is definitely coming your way. Hope all is well with you and yours. Real Bravado, once again, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. Not for the BS says, Jason, get in here. Oh, talking about Jason Black. Oh, I want to smoke with all these manosphere Negroes. I don't have a problem with them. And I'm shocked. I'm shocked at O'Shea. I'm shocked at Jason. I'm shocked at these manosphere guys because they are in their feelings. Video after video after video of this white girl. You should have been making those videos 2 years ago when she came into the sector, the black sector, talking about black issues. But once again, you allow whites to get into our arenas. You allow Hispanics. You allow everybody else. And as soon as they get more popular than you, as soon as they get more money than you, and as soon as they break the cardinal sin of talking about slavery, or one of your black heroes, Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, one of these Negroes that you never met, that you don't know anything about, then you start crying. Why they talking about slavery? That happened. You don't know any mother effing thing about slavery. None of you do. I have more degrees in Africa. Well, to be honest with you, I only have one degree in African studies, but I am more literate in African studies than anybody in the manosphere, anybody in the red pill sector, anybody in this sector, anybody in the conservative sector. I have a resume. I have a CV. And if you want me to prove it to you, email me. I'll show you. I'll show and prove, mother effer. I see everybody in the back. I'm blacking out today because I'm pissed off. Don't you come at that beautiful white woman. Stop. What's up, Savage Red? Salute to you. Positivity is definitely coming your way, man. Ed Hill, man. What's up, man? Thank you for being a member, man. Positivity is definitely coming your way. I'm going to bring up a panel pretty soon. I got a few whites in the back. I got a blackie in the back. I'm about to give it. Oh, man, please don't. No, not today with me. No, I'm taking up for whites today, because if it wasn't for whites, most of you would be in a mud hut in Africa with a plate in your lip, and that's the facts. Those are the facts. What's up, Justin? Salute to you, man. Positivity is definitely coming away. Says, you can't tell me this is important. Somebody talking about you. Let me see. Beyond Me Girl. What's up, Beyond Me Girl? Salute to you. Says, this world is an open panel. We should all be able to speak on each other. Exactly. I agree with you. Without being silenced because of feelings of sensitivity. That's why the world is in the state that it is now, and I'm sick of it. Beyond Me Girl, let me tell you something. If it were not for white people, you wouldn't even have freedom of speech. You think that there's freedom of speech in Africa? You think that there's freedom of speech in ancient Africa? Nigga, please. No. You should be on. Negroes in this country need to be on their hands and knees thanking God that they live in the Western Hemisphere. Thanking God. You think that let's take it back 50 years. You think Idi Amin and Uganda have freedom of speech? Are you out of your mind? Are you crazy? Stop. I just dropped my pen. Hold on for a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna bring everybody up in a second. I'm blacking out. I didn't mean to black out like this, but I have to, because you Negroes. What you Negroes have done is that you've caused a generation of whites to be punked out. You got white people walking around with their heads bowing down to blacks, to some ignorant ass blacks, because of some bullshit really created by Black Lives Matter. Let's be completely honest here. It was shameful for those white police officers to bow their heads to those rioting, terroristic Negroes destroying cities. I was shocked. TEC, what's up, man? Oh, I didn't say, man. I apologize. I meant to say, how are you doing? Sorry about that. I was looking at a few different things. I didn't mean that, madam. Salute to you, TEC. Positivity is coming your way. Bob in the building, guys. Give a big shout out to Bob. Salute to you, Bob. Get those likes up. Get the likes up. What's up, Tony? Guys, get the likes up for the Lapeef Network, man. Tony Smith, thank you so much for being a member. Says, I was waiting for this episode. Oh, yeah. Salute to you. Jay Daniel says, I don't care. Just cut the Chizak. Exactly. Tahuti. Sounds like a Egyptian name. Ancient Egypt. Salute to you. Positivity is definitely coming your way. Hope all is well with you and yours. What's up, Rilla? Oh, wait, where's Rilla at? I thought I saw Rilla. Yeah, what's up, Rilla? How you doing, man? Positivity is definitely coming your way, my good sir. Let me see, who else do we have in the building? We got Intelligent Design. What's up? Let's go. Intelligent Design. My email is chaotictruthpodcast@gmail.com. I want to have a conversation about evolution. I want you to come over. chaotictruthpodcast@gmail.com. Seven Steel says, chaos and mayhem. Let's go. What's up, Alexis? Says CT, honor to you and your family as always. Thank you so much. How you gonna talk about what Just Pearly can't do or say? White people can't say that. White people have been advocates of Africans, advocates of island blacks, advocates, and of African Americans for eons. Well, not eons, that's infinity, but for a very long time. Bill Gates and his wife they speak on the black community, and you know what? They've donated billions of dollars to charities in Africa, educational foundations, infrastructure in Africa, more than what you blacks have ever done. Hey, you know what? There's a problem in Africa, and we need to solve it. That's what they do. That's what white folks do. But you blacks ain't doing nothing over there. I will lose it today, because I'm grateful of Whitey. What? Oh, stop. You Negroes can pretend. You Negroes can pretend all you want, because you mad. White man, he builds schools, hires you blacks, puts you in a better position to be economically superior to any other black on the planet, including white people. You're better off than whites, and for damn sure in East. You're way better off than Bosnians and Croatians and other Eastern Europeans. You're wealthier than almost everybody on the planet, and got your nose in the air thinking that you can disrespect white people, and then have the nerve to say, "Well, white people can't talk about slavery," when it was white folks who abolished slavery. While slavery to this day is still going on in the Middle East and Africa, and none of you blacks have nothing to say. Man, I'm blacking out today. Sorry about that. Let me read some more of these chats and bring up this panel. White folks, call in. Don't be afraid of these blacks. This is your show today, because I'm rocking with you today. Let me see. Be Love in the building says laugh out loud. Yep. And guys, by the way, the opinions and perspectives of the Chaotic Truth are not that of Lapeef Network, guys. So please come to Lapeef for all their other shows. By the way, please subscribe if you have not. Let me see. Tahuti says CP time has been a thing. Exactly, Tahuti. But why? Well. Nick Fuentes is a white supremacist. He can't say CP time. Why can't he? You blackies say it all the time. Why can't he say it? And why are you afraid of Nick Fuentes? He's a 23-year-old boy. You got 40-year-old man. She had that racist on there. You crying about a kid. Nick Fuentes is a kid. He has no political power, no economic power. Why are you afraid of him? Let's say he was a super white supremacist. What power does he have over you, Blackie? What's up? And his positivity is coming your way, man. Thank you so much. Bob says CT skipping the foreplay. Ooh. Thank you so much, Bob. Positivity is coming your way, man. Let me see. Everything good says hey, okay, talking to TEC. Thank you so much, man. Guys, get those likes up. Let me see. Guys, there's a lot of chat going on. I got to get to all the super chats, actually, because I don't want to, it's a lot of people talking. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Vic says Chaotic back on his bullshit where he's in his best. Thank you so much. Because I will black out when you talk about white folk. Because if it wasn't for white folk, I'm telling you, man, most of you blacks will have what they call it again? Plates in your lips, lip plates. Let me see. Let me see. Savage says, CT, your racism is showing. I'm racist towards everybody, Savage. Listen, it don't matter if you're white, black, Asian, Hispanic. I give everybody the smoke, and I've been doing it since I've been a kid. That doesn't mean I'm vicious towards people either. No, I'm not. Never been. I'm friends with everybody. But I'll talk about a black any day. I'll talk about a white any day. I'll talk about a Hispanic any day. I was on a panel, a Hispanic dude, I think he was Puerto Rican or something. He was telling me, man, your opinions about black people are just so harsh. I said, sir, I said, are you black? He said, no, I'm Puerto Rican. I said, well, this is a black problem. You don't even talk to me about it. Everybody got to be cammed up. Everybody. Per JR, and actually, I agree. Get on camera. Let me see. Ab says, Chaotic, I bet your ass won't talk about the... Sir, these are God's chosen people, sir. And they've outperformed almost every group of people in the Western Hemisphere. Everywhere they go to the top. What do you mean talk about them? Talk about their success? Talk about the fact that they're at the top of economics, the top of education, the top of science? Half of Nobel Peace, not Peace Prize, but half of Nobel Prize winners are Jews, you dummy. Sorry to call you a dummy, Ab. That wasn't personal. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Damn, I did not mean to do that. Sorry about that. See, you got me pissed off, man. Let me see, man. Let me get to these super chats real quick. Okay, guys, it's a lot of super chats. I mean, it's a lot of, excuse me, not a lot of super chats. It is a lot of super chats. It's a lot of comments. Unfortunately, I can only read the super chats at this point because if you want me to read a comment, you got to hit the super chat because it's too much now. Not to say it's a bad thing either. Not to say it's a bad thing. Keep hitting. We got Wyatt with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Wyatt. Wyatt. Really appreciate you. Salute to you. Hey, man, sending positivity your way. Hopefully you get it at the speed of light. Says, I'm black, and I think she had a point. Oh, yeah, me too. And I think they have overly exaggerated a lot of slavery stories. Exactly. Slaves didn't know how to read. Then a Hotep nigga like Umar Johnson, like what's the other Hotep nigga? Tariq Nasheed. Then they say, well, slaves documented what happened during slavery. Well, how did they document what happened if they couldn't read or write? Then dumb niggas, excuse me, they'll say, well, women were raped all through slavery. Then you will show them hundreds of pictures of slaves. All the slaves look like the Dikembe Mutombo. Well, if all of them were raped, why don't none of them look half white? Then if I say, well, maybe blacks and whites really love each other and want to have sex with each other, and really all of this interracial stuff happened post-slavery, maybe, oh, man, you racist, man. I'm like, how? We really don't know. We really just don't know. The slaves, they didn't get paid. Well, you dumb mother effer. Well, how were slaves buying themselves out of slavery if they weren't getting paid? You dumb fuck. See, I ask questions. I don't have a goddamn time machine. I don't have a DeLorean. I just ask questions. I don't know. Slavery has always boggled my mind. Even Jim Crow, I've talked to old black Americans who have said, and you can go watch Jesse Lee Peterson, he says it was better when it was segregation. He said that white people were generally nice people. Then you got these black hoteps who say they were hanging black people all through trees. No, they weren't. You know why I know they weren't? Because why are all these blacks back in the day? Because this is what happened. If black people were doing all this stuff back in the day, why were so many blackity blacks trying to move around whites if they were hanging you? Just pearly things. You did the work of the Lord the other day by asking questions, and I rock with you. I'll expose a dumb nigga any day. They were hanging black people. Well, if that's the case, why were so many black people willing to move around the very same people who were hanging them? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Or maybe the blacks being hung were criminals, like most of you are right now to this day. To this day, a lot of you niggas brag about being criminals. I have watched the Lapeef Network. I've watched other platforms with blacks, and black people will openly say that they will kill another black person because of a conversation. Tell me I'm lying. I'll black out on all of you niggas. Nick Fuentes, if your white ass is watching, I rock with you too. You are on point when you say you don't believe in race mixing. You know why? Because a lot of blacks don't believe in it. Some of our dearest blacks, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Louis Farrakhan, they preach the very same thing that you said, that black people shouldn't race mix, that black people should love other black people and be around black people and marry and have children with black people. And you know what? Nobody bats an eye. But as soon as this white boy said, man, what did he say? What? Stop it. I'm about to get a damn headache. Let me read these other super chats, then I'm going to bring up the chat. You got to be on camera, man. I'm about to have a heart attack blacking out on you niggas. I got to do it. I got to do it because you niggas don't think. You don't think you're dumb. I've been teaching for, I was about to say for 30 years. I've been teaching for 15 years. Ever since I graduated college, man, I've been trying to talk to you dumb, bubble-lipped, nappy-headed blacks for years, and you don't get it, and you laugh at me. You say I'm a goddamn troll, and I'm not. Oh, man. I'll black all the way out on you niggas. And if you're white, please quit being punks, white people. What happened to you people? You people used to be Vikings. You people used to be the goddamn Roman Empire, and you are acquiescing to niggas now. Well, I can't say that about white black people, even though you helping black people. Stop it. All these nonprofits that benefit these blacks, white people started them generally. These funds, white people started. These HBCUs founded by white people. John D. Rockefeller did more for blacks 200 years ago than modern day blacks are doing for blacks now. You dumb niggas. Ain't got the nerve to get mad at just pearly things. Give me a second here, guys. Sorry for having you guys wait in the back. I got to get to these super chats. Sorry about this, man. I got to get it out today. I got to get it out on you dumb blacks. Got that white girl scared. Gary with the $10 super chat said, let's get it, chaotic. Thank you so much, Gary. Positivity's coming your way. Let me see. Jordan says, what time is Umar Johnson joining the panel? I hope he joins. I want him to join. I want Umar to join. I want Tariq to join. I want O'Shea to join. I want all these blacks to join. The only black, in my opinion, that show and tells is O'Shea. That's it. He actually moved to Uganda, and he's there now. That's the only one that I can say, maybe he can give a little bit of smoke to Nick Fuentes and Just Pearly. But other blacks, stop it. If you're not living on the motherland, if your feet are not on the motherland, mother F you. And that is personal. Lee Clinton with the $5 super chat says, Goosey Pearl would never say Holocaust wasn't that bad. There are so many people. Sir, we're not talking about the Holocaust, sir. That's the thing. Your blackies got to stop bringing up that. Well, they don't talk about that. Stop it. I ain't never once heard Jerry Seinfeld, hell, Jerry Springer. Generally, how many Jews right now talk about the Holocaust right now? They don't talk about it because you know why? They move forward. But thank you for the super chat, though, Lee. Positivity's coming your way, man. Hope all is well with you and yours. Guys, there's a lot of chat going on. I can only read the super chats, guys. Savage says, play the interview of Muhammad Ali after Rumble in the Jumble. I cannot, Savage. I cannot do that because I don't want to get a copyright over here at the Lapeef Network. Sorry about that. But thank you for the super chat. November Sun, beautiful white woman, says, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you so much, November Sun. Don't be afraid of these blacks. I will speak on behalf of whites now. Got white people scared. Well, I don't want to upset black people. You niggas are gonna be in for a rude awakening when whites get pissed off. They've been doing everything for you niggas for years. You niggas have been begging whites for years and still aren't satisfied. Marriage and Politics with the $10 super chat says, for the love of the game, viva the Lapeef Network. Thank you so much. Guys, I'm sending positivity to everybody, man. Salute to everybody, man. Justin Booker with the $20 super chat. Thank you guys so much, man. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are an incredible audience. Thank you so much, Justin. Guys, I'm going to go get some water in a minute, man. I didn't realize I was going to black out like this, but I have to, man. I have to. Got this Negro talking about Abraham Lincoln was black. See, niggas is crazy. It boggles, and I see why maybe white people should speak on it. This Negro said Abraham Lincoln was black. Negro has no facts that he was black. What's up, Japrice? Salute to you. Positivity is coming your way. Guys, positivity is coming all of you guys' way. I hope all is well with you and yours. Look, hold on for a second. Now, here goes Nicole. I'm a black supremacist, so it's whatever. Oh, okay. What's up, Eric? Salute to you, man. CC says the CT, the biggest troll on YouTube. No, I'm not. See, Okay, keep thinking I'm a troll. Keep thinking I'm a troll. Keep thinking I'm a troll. Okay, guys. In the interest of the panel, they've been patiently waiting for almost 50 minutes now. I'm going to bring them up. Anybody can call in. You're gonna have to be on camera, guys. Please, no porn bombing, no none of that. Let's stick to the topic. Please refrain from cursing. I know I cursed a few times, but I am the host of the show. The topic is just pearly things, or our, or not our, but ARE, white or other races allowed to speak on the black community. Again, guys, for 50 minutes, I've said my piece, and I believe that everybody should. I think everybody should speak on the black community. I think white people should speak on the Asian community. They sure as hell speak about China. They sure as hell speak about other groups of people. You're gonna have to. There's political reasons to speak on other groups of people. There's social reasons to speak on other people. There's economic reasons to speak on other people. Hey, John, maybe you should, go hang out with Goldstein. His father. See, they're Jewish, and maybe there's a reason why you should tell your kids, hey man, instead of hanging out with Tyrone smoking weed all day, maybe you should go hang out with Goldstein somewhere. Because Jews typically are not being lazy and shiftless. Maybe you should do that. What's up with this $2? Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Please, no over talking each other. Thank you. That's what blacks do too. Over talk each other. Black person to start talking, he'd be three words in, and some Negro will say, "Man, I don't agree with that. Let me talk." See. Okay. Man, I gotta take a rest, man. Before I haven't been chaotic like this in a long time. I gotta take a rest, man, because I'm about to pass out. Guys, get those likes up, man. Get the likes up. I sent out an invitation to O'Shea Duke Jackson. I sent out an invitation to Jason Black. I sent out an invitation to all of these, Umar Johnson, Hotep Hustler. What's the other Hotep Hustler Negro? Tariq. I sent it all out. So if any of you know these guys, tell them I want the smoke today. But I'm done right now. But I'm waiting for them to come up. But guys, in the interest of the show, I'm gonna bring up my favorite whitey, Barnabas. What's up, Barnabas? I'm also gonna bring up Real Bravado. I'm gonna bring up King Spark, who definitely has an astigmatism. King Spark, do you have an astigmatism? I mean, I'm not an optometrist, but you look at the camera, like this all the time. I don't know.
No, I just need glasses, fool. That's it.
That's an astigmatism.
I don't know what reason I need glasses for. I'm not the optometrist either. I know it's A, B, C, D, or E astigmatism. But I know goddamn I need some glasses though.
Salute to you. We're gonna bring up John the Baptist. We're gonna bring up Akene. We're gonna bring up our pain. Salute to you guys. And Rilla, is that you? I know this is technically, I know, is that you, Rilla? I want to make sure. Okay, that's Rilla. All right, let's go, guys. It's all up to you guys. I'm done. It's up to you guys.
Well, first of all, I want to say, Chaotic, with your crispy, tall baby ass, you black out every day. Ever since I seen you, you was blacked out. Okay, you is the blacked out. Okay,
I have to.
But I know you was gonna come to that poor white woman's defense. I seen it coming a mile away. Okay. I'm surprised it took this long.
Okay.
But honestly, they can say what people can talk about whatever they want to talk about, man. I think it's a little it doesn't look that good when it seems like you ultimately rock with black people, but then you bring on somebody like that's obviously against the black community. That's like if you brought on if you was with Andrew or one of them dudes and you brought on Hitler's little baby cousin to talk. You know what I'm saying? That shit wouldn't have been cool. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, besides that, it just wasn't a good look for Pearly. By the way, guys. It just wasn't a good look for Pearly.
Can I go next?
He was short and sweet. Go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
I would like to go next because I got to roll to work.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, marriage, politics, and sports, mastermind gang in the house. How you doing, brother?
How you doing, bro? How you doing?
All right, I'm gonna be quick. At least I hope I am. Mr. King Sparks, let me tell you something. When we sit around here talking about have an expectation that folks rock with us and not expect them to do what's in their nature, that's just silliness on our part. Before I go a little bit further, shout out to the King Conquerors, which is the white folks. You know, they didn't conquer everybody across this country. And for us to sit up here, this is not about Pearl being racist or not being racist, or Fuentes. Well, he actually says that he's a racist, but none of that's important. The important thing is that we continue year after year, day after day, we continue to have an expectation that these white folks are going to be what we want them to be. I'm not mad at Pearl. Pearl only did what's in her culture and her nature to do. We are responsible for Pearl becoming what she is. That's nobody else's fault but us Negroes over here. And let me tell you, and not just us Negroes, us Black male Negroes. We are so, and this is my compassion for my Black men. We are so desperate for the softness of our women that we will forget what a white woman actually is in her nature, and we want to pretend like somehow she's offering us something better when she's just doing what's in her nature. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's her culturally. Michelle, what was her name? Courtney Michelle, for the better part of a year and a half, has been talking about you guys are letting the fox into the hen house. And what do Black men do with Courtney Michelle when every time she say that about Pearl? They shout her down. They call her pick me. They do all of this crazy stuff when our women have been warning people about Pearl. And I hate to use the word warn because it's not like Pearl is doing anything wrong. Pearl is doing what most white folk do with Black people or any other race of people. They're making money off of our backs.
Well, let's clear some things up. First of all, just Pearly, all right. She got an honorary Black card for when she came online and lambasted B. Taylor's ass. That was a moment in history.
She was online way before then, bro.
But that was a moment in history for me because we needed somebody to stand up to it, and it was the unassuming little white girl that came through.
Hold on a second.
And did a thing.
Let him finish it. Let him finish what he's saying.
So
hold on, King. Let bro finish what he's saying though, because he said he only here for a second, man.
Okay,
let him finish what he's saying.
He did drop that 50.
Real quick to B. Taylor. And why are we giving fucking white? Excuse me, Kata. Why are we giving white people honorary Black cards? They're not Black, they're white. And while we sat up there, let me tell you something. And I kind of mentioned this on my stream the other day. We, as Black men, we are always sitting around waiting on somebody else to do the job that is ours to do. If B. Taylor need to be checked, that should have been happened by a Black man. But you know what it is? We're scared to check our own damn women, but we want white folk to respect us. We're scared to go out and conquer our own women because we're scared that we're not going to get no coochie no more from them. Where in the hell is our women going anyway? When only 27% of them want them.
Let Real Bravado finish.
Where are our women going anyway, where only 27% of them are getting married? Where are they going? Don't nobody want they trashy ass. Don't nobody want them but us. But we're scared to put them in order. But back to Pearl. I don't care if Pearl's a racist or not. I don't, can I rock with Pearl? I don't rock with Pearl because I saw the play when it happened. And I'm not upset with her or Fuentes or anybody else who do what we do. I'm upset with us for continuously fall for the okie doke because we want something that we need to go out and do ourselves, which is we need to go conquer our own women. We need to take back our streets and our communities from these dumpster fire boys out here. We need to run off these Pookies and Rayways from conquering our women. But the best of us are sitting around here looking at each other, wanting Whitey to come in and save our souls. Why are we doing this? I'm in the spirit of what Kadak is saying. I'm pro-Black. I want a soft woman because that's what I talk about. But I ain't for to go out there and think that my salvation is in the arms of a white woman when I know that she doesn't understand and can't identify what I'm going through. But it doesn't mean that she's all bad. And Pearl, she can make as much money as she wants to because Everybody else comes into our community and makes millions and sometimes billions of dollars off of our ignorant ass blacks, and us black men have sat around here and allowed this crap to happen for over 50 years. And we want to complain because some little 25-year-old white woman said, "Oh, I think slavery it was exaggerated." Well, they all think that. So what?
Exactly. Who's
hold on
that?
for a second. Real quick. Barnabas, I want to because this is the white. This is the I'm being pro-white. Barnabas, what say you, sir? Hold on for a second.
I mean, there's so much to be said. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
And I took notes here. First off, it is true, and I'm glad you mentioned that your people can get away with saying whatever you want, right? You do. And anyone to say to the contrary, I disagree. Or it would be a miracle for you to prove to me otherwise. That being said, that doesn't mean I think she should say anything. Two wrongs don't make a right. She should shut her mouth. She knew where the line was, and she crossed it on purpose. She took a gamble. She took a risk. And if she doesn't get canceled, it's going to work out for her, probably, because everyone's talking about her now. I don't watch her. I got nothing against her. But she fell for a trap that a lot of my people fall for. And I tell you what the trap is. The trap is maybe you make a few friends of the other race. Then you start hanging out. Then you start dating one of them. Then you start laying down with one of them. And then you think you got this pass. You don't have a pass. That's never going to change. You don't get a pass through osmosis. You don't get a pass through injection. Maybe if you marry and make a half baby, whatever you want to call it, a mixed baby, you kind of get like maybe a little pass because you got kids you got to protect. But I don't know because I'm not on the other side. But I would think if you make a baby, maybe you get somewhat of a pass. But she fell for the trap. She got too comfortable. And if you don't pull back on the reins, she's going to start dropping the N-bomb next. You got to pull her back from the edge.
No, that's not true.
Let me ask you a question.
She getting too comfortable.
Excuse, guys. Let one person speak, please. Let him finish, please, so we can all respect each other. Okay.
Go ahead, Barnabas.
Okay. Let's see here. She fell for the trap. I don't like it either. She needs to stay in her lane. Two wrongs don't make a right. What's the purpose of her talking like this? What is she trying to do? Is she trying to help someone? She trying to rile them up? Like, what is the purpose of this? Does this do any good? Because when people start talking about me and what my people need to do and what I should do, I just double down, get defensive, and don't want to hear it. And I'm definitely not going to take the advice. Also, it's time we cancel Vikings because they only invaded like communities. They weren't tough. They just killed and raped just like regular people. They didn't face other like armies in battle. So Vikings are canceled officially here and now. Thank you.
Let me read this super chat real quick. Rex with the €5 for anyone. Is that a euro, by the way? That is a euro. Says huge fan. Your content has inspired me to ask the love of my life to marry me. Guess what my sister said? Yes, thank you so much. You're a sick bastard, Rex. But salute to you for the €5. Thank you so much. Can I ask you a question, Barnabas? You know, you're a liberal. So when there is an issue in particularly brown third world countries, should white people not assist or give aid like they normally do then? Or when is it when white people should whites just not completely do anything, or how does this go?
I mean, you always like to label me as a liberal. You always call me a Democrat.
Are you a conservative?
I'm just issue for
Are
issue,
you a conservative?
vote for vote. Some of my stances are conservative, I would say. But
would you rather be at a CPAC meeting or a gay parade?
I hate to say this. This is going to sound sus, but I'd much rather be the gay parade. I mean, it's going to be more fun.
My God.
Okay. Anyway, one is liberal, one is very conservative. Go ahead, Barnabas. You got the floor, man. So
you say what you want. There's a lot of hot straight girls at gay parades. I mean, that's truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. You don't want to admit it, but that's the truth. And they got their guard down and they're feeling happy. And gay used to mean happy. Anyways, no, I'm an isolationist, man. Leave the other countries alone.
Okay,
it's not our problem. Stay out of it.
Okay.
If someone has something that we want to buy, let's buy it. That's
okay.
It.
So you're saying no race should say anything about another group of people, basically. That's what you're basically saying.
Unless it like immediately affects them somehow.
Sway Ali, I see you in the back. Can you just do this real quick? Can you do this? Okay, that's Sway. Go ahead, guys.
Can I throw 2 cents in there? First of all, it's not about just pearly things. I think the black manosphere should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. One fucking Scott. I'm sorry. First of all, let me stop. Hey, Chaotic, thanks for letting me up. Viva to the Lapeef Network. We should be probably way over 100,000 subs now. And the fact that we aren't is not unconnected to just pearly things. Because there's no way that this chick should have 1 million subs and Lapeef Network, with all the stuff they're doing for black men and the black manosphere, is still under 100,000. There's no excuse for that. And every black man with a channel and everybody, and black woman, by the way, who he gives you panel to, should be ashamed of themselves. I don't give a shit what nobody says, because this is a black man's channel trying to build an operation that could go anywhere he wants it to go.
Frederick,
and he lets women up who don't even like black men and gives them a voice. Well, are they bringing their subscribers to this network? This network should be well over 100,000.
But
okay.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Let me just finish. So I'm gonna move off of that. I don't have any issue with just pearly things, but if you don't want to support her, I don't give a shit. If you want to support her, I don't give a shit. But when one white girl utters one sentence of erroneous sentence, by the way, I'll admit that, about Alex Haley and slavery, and the whole black manosphere goes into a conniption fit, we should be concerned about that. Not the girl, but our reaction. We got black men going against black men. We got black women going against. Wait, let me tell you. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Arpain, tell real quick. Tell
one mic at a time, please, guys.
Trey, Arpain, tell Trey and other people what exactly the just pearly thing said, because Trey wanted to know. Go ahead, sir.
The slavery thing, she referenced Alex Haley saying that he called certain parts of slavery a hoax. That's an incorrect quote. And then she said, well, let me finish. Then she said that black people use slavery at the intense bad part of slavery as an exaggeration to control people. She's wrong about that. But I you know what? Most of us are grown men. I know a lot of white people, just like Chaotic. There's not a white person on the face of this earth who you could talk to about slavery that will ever look at slavery as intensely as you will, as a black man or a black woman.
Hold on for a second, guys. In the interest of, so Real Bravado dropped the 50, and salute to you. I got to let Real Bravado in, because go ahead, sir.
Arpain, I want to give a point of clarification. And I hate when people make me defend people that I really don't care about. But no, she did not say that. What Pearl said was Alex Haley said that he wanted to exaggerate the story so as people did not forget. The issue came in is that right after that, Pearl made a statement that she that she kind of agreed with it. I know, but initially before you clarified that, you initially were saying that she said something different. So I want to be fair to
listen, I hear you, brother. I'll give you deference. Let me go ahead. I give you deference to that. Everybody can go back and hear exactly what she said. It's all over the internet. So let me move forward. But because Pearlie's not my issue. She's a 26-year-old white girl, and nobody should be surprised that a privileged white girl is going to say something stupid about slavery. The real issue, and I want to move on, is how we reacted to it as a black manosphere. And then how all the sisters in our space have hour-long, lives talking about how much they hate pearly things. We knew they were going to react like that. If you didn't know that, then you're a fool.
You're a fool.
You know, but here's the issue. I'm gonna land on this. Anybody could just cheer me up after this. I don't give a shit about pearly things, what she says. And as black men, we shouldn't give a shit about what the BW said anyway, because what they're saying about black men who still rock with pearly things is the same sign language that the 304s and everybody else use. Fuck everybody. If we have a goal in mind as men holding out dicks, fuck everybody else. Let's keep moving forward. Not to get distracted by one white woman or all the black W's in our goddamn space. Fuck everybody. We're men, stick our dicks out, and let's just move forward. That's all I care about.
Let me say, wait. Can I say something? Arpain, real quick. I know you're from an older generation, respectfully. You're a man of a certain age. Hear me out. Just hear me out.
I'm hearing you.
You're a man of a certain age. You're what, a Gen Xer?
Just call me a dinosaur. Let's get it over with. Okay. Go ahead.
Whether the information comes from a white woman, an Indian, or a black, to a degree, there is some sort of cerebral, aspect to it. I think that Just Pearly Things was doing the work of the Lord. Because a lot of black people literally victimized themselves by believing that they were.
Hey, bro, don't bring God into this.
But go ahead, Chaotic. Go ahead.
You blacks didn't cut off Kevin Samuels, okay? Stop cutting me off. Stop cutting me off. So is it possible that Just Pearly Things was doing the work of the Lord? I've been saying it for years, and nobody listens to me when I say, "Hey, man, maybe the story of Harriet Tubman was just made up to convince black men that they got to rely on a woman to save her," when in fact, no woman in their right damn mind right now would even walk outside at night by herself, let alone traversing through 3 or 4 states in the wilderness with no roads. But is it possible that the fact that she said it resonated different than a black? Go ahead, Arpain. Then we got to give it up to everybody else.
Well, listen, whether the myths are true or not, it's almost immaterial right where we are right now. That's all I can say.
I had to mute Arpain. I got a headache from yelling.
I can't speak for whether Harriet Tubman was correct or not. We have an opportunity with this manosphere to make real change. I swear to God. And all of these things are a distraction. The black men, because of this space, have an opportunity to get our voices heard, to change the direction of our communities, to find women who want to get on our program, not the hyenas, not the 304s, none of that shit. Because we're going to leave a lot of people behind, by the way. All I'm saying is we could blow this opportunity to let one white girl saying one stupid thing derail us, just like what happened. Let me just finish. I'm gonna land on this. You can say anything.
Arpain, you're no offense to you, so I rock with you, but you're going in a circle here. I rock with you. No, hear me out. Maybe if people just listen to what Just Pearly Things is saying, she says, I was talking about people use atrocities to control people. Let's answer the question: is whether she's white or not. That's a legitimate question if you sit back and think about it. Go ahead, Arpain. I'm about to unmute you.
So can I go? Oh,
go ahead, Arpain. Why can't you ask that? Go ahead.
I thought you wanted me. Listen, if we can make the fact that her skin color is white to derail where we're going, I'm saying the train needs to move forward regardless of this chick or not. Period. The train needs to move forward, regardless of this. How can one white woman derail what we got going?
But how does she derail it, though?
What everybody's talking about. She's one white chick who's 26-year-old from a privileged background, and how the fuck is she making us go crazy over this?
Arpain, aren't you privileged yourself being an American? Aren't you more privileged than a Bosnian? Aren't you more privileged than a Liberian? So I feel like, sir, and no offense to you, sir, your generation is, I'm sorry, man, the Gen X generation, I've always said this.
I'm a baby boomer, by the way.
Okay. Oh my God. So you're no offense to you, sorry. Arpan, you know I rock with you, man, but you're cosplaying as being Harriet Tubman, man. You're cosplaying. You want to be a person. You're not. You want to be. Arpan, you would not switch sides with any Croatian right now. You would not switch sides with any Rwandan right now.
No, I would not.
So why can't this privileged white girl say these things? I'm just go guys.
Because you know what? Can I answer that? It's chaotic. Let me say this. You asked me a question. Here's one of the things that Black Americans don't know, that don't really pay attention to. We are the most powerful Black people on the face of the earth. Black Americans.
Yes.
Black Americans are the most powerful Black people on the face of the earth. And we don't really appreciate that power. If it wasn't for fucking us, Mandela would have died in jail.
Arpan, we got to stop using the F word, by the way. Quest says, drop everyone else and bring people Pearly up. Hold on, I got to read the super chats real quick. Give me 1 second. I got to read another super chat real quick. Alex Tyson with the $10 super chat says, Roots was plagiarized from a book called The African. And yes, the brutality of slavery was exaggerated by Hollywood. Yes, I used to say this. Nobody, people think I'm trolling. People thought I was trolling. But now that this beautiful white woman has said that, now everybody got their panties.
I don't agree with that, by the way.
Okay, that's fine. Hold on for a second. Okay, guys, hold on for a second. Oh my God, it's a lot of people in the back trying to get in. If Just Pearly Things wants to call in, I'll definitely drop all you blacks to bring her up. I gotta get. Hold on for a second. I rock with Arpan, but I gotta get. I don't know who was next. Jesus Christ.
I wanted to go next because I need to jump off.
Oh yeah, Roberto. Yeah, go ahead, sir. Then we gotta get everybody else in, man. We gotta get everybody else.
I just want to. I understand Mr. Arpan and what he's saying, but let's keep it up. Let's keep it a buck.
Okay.
What Pearly did. I want to emphasize that we should not be surprised that Pearly did what she did. She didn't do it out of malice. Pearly did what she did. Remember, white folk are not uncomfortable with white supremacy. It's in their culture.
No, they're not. I agree.
Just like black folk are not uncomfortable with the Pookies and the Ray-Rays because they're in our culture. So
I agree.
So my thing is this: my issue will always be with with the men who share my reflection. We made Pearl popular, and we made Pearl popular because we don't have the balls to go and conquer our own women and make them be the women that we need them to be, because we're afraid of them because we all were raised with mama, and we don't want to offend mama.
I was raised both my parents.
I'm just you're rare. You're in the minority.
I'm not rare, sir. Go ahead. You got the floor.
Yeah,
go ahead.
If you mean it's 80% of us weren't chaotic, so that means you're rare.
Okay,
I had to remind mine the other day that she tried to a lot of people try to little boy black men, and it starts at home with your mother and your sister. And I had to remind my grandmother the other day, lady, I take care of you. You don't take care of me. And I had to tell it to her just like that.
You talk to your grandmother like that?
Chaotic. When you are on my payroll, you get talked to however the hell I want to talk to you. Just like those men are on Pearl's payroll. If they didn't want to hear or disagree with what she got to say, they can go jump off her payroll.
Hey, can I say something? Right,
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I'm about to jump off. I'm just gonna say that as a community, as men, like the way that you guys talk about trying to be leaders in the community, I don't see how you could be a leader in the community when you have Pearly that brings up a guy that has said numerous times that black men aren't smarter than white men.
Why are you following Pearl?
Guys, let him.
Why are you even following this woman? You don't need to follow Pearl.
Guys,
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, guys!
I'm sorry.
Come on, bro.
Hold on for a second. Hold on. Okay, thank you. Sway. Is Nick Fuentes lying
What the hell are you talking about?
Is Nick Fuentes lying when he says that black men are not smarter than white men?
Yes, he's lying. Because what is
what is the what is the evidence that suggests that black men are smarter than white men?
No one said anything about being smarter.
What is the
evidence? He had no real evidence for why he said that anyway.
Sir,
let's
tackle the first thing.
Come on, bro. Come on, dog. Like,
hey, man, I'm really tired of this. You MFers respected the guy's hell out of Kevin Samuels. When he mutes you, stay muted. This is a tough topic. But I got a question. Hold on for a minute. Stop over talking me. I'm getting chaotic today. You black people are so emotional to a degree. I'm emotional right now too. You don't listen to questions. If Nick Fuentes said that white men are smarter than black men, you as a black man should say, what is the evidence of this? That is the difference. That is why I love the fact that Just Pearly had Nick Fuentes on there. Instead of saying, oh, that ain't true. Okay, let's do this again, Sway. What is the evidence that suggests that black men are smarter?
First of all, the premise of how you're asking the question is not
bro?
Let me.
Okay. In terms of industry, sir, are white men superior to black men in industry? Yes or no? Let's do it just like this. Because you blacks don't have a problem when it comes to saying, oh, black people are better at sports. Oh, that's easy to you to answer. Are black men superior to white men when it comes to industry? Yes or no?
You have more white men. Are
black men superior to white men in industry, my good man? Are black men superior to white men when it comes to the sciences? Who is on the space station right now? Who is running NASA? Those are indicators, or those are evidence of who's superior. If this little white boy is saying, well, white men are superior, is he lying, sir?
He's losing the context of what that means. If you're talking about especially in the United States, when you have blacks that have been in slavery, going back to what Pearl is talking about, for 200 years, then you have Jim Crow, then you have blacks being put out because of redlining, because all these different things, because they have not been given a chance to be in these industries, you have them not being able to be participants. But that does not mean that they do not have the competence. They may not, because you don't see them. Are Asians smarter than white people?
Of course they are. Are you out of your mind? They will admit it. Mathematics, they're better. Yes, they're better. They are better at math. You know how what the evidence is? Standardized test scores prove it.
Chaotic. Real quick. Chaotic. Real quick. Chaotic.
No. Let's wait. Finish. Go ahead. And go ahead.
And also, like I said, with that as well, having him on the panel, where he's also said that he doesn't want people dating black men. He doesn't want. Bruh, come on. Wait, so if Cynthia G said the same thing, would y'all not, and she was saying this with someone else that was in your circle, would y'all not want them to be held accountable? You were talking about black women saying the same things, and y'all hold them accountable.
Cynthia G can stand on top of a roof.
What is the difference between Cynthia G and Nick Fuentes?
Cynthia G, in all my opinion, can stand on top of a roof and shout out, "I am king of the universe. I don't give a shit."
But y'all
we are free to talk.
But y'all hold them accountable. Why you?
How?
Y'all make videos. What are you talking about? Y'all
I've never made a video about Cynthia G.
Come on, bro. I'm talking about the space. Come on, be honest. Stop being like, come on, bro. Be honest about the space. The space holds her accountable. So why are we giving this white woman a pass? Why are y'all giving her a pass? It's nothing wrong with. Okay, if you want to say, hey, I just want to work with her. I want to work with her. Let's hold her feet to the fire. Hold her accountable. Let her say apologies. And if y'all want to work with her, work with her. I don't think she don't.
You got to be on camera, blessing the producer. You got to be on camera.
She don't know what she's talking about. But if y'all want to work with her, work with her. But at least hold her accountable. Don't sit up and hide y'all tail between y'all legs and act like she ain't say nothing wrong.
She did say it. But sir, what if she? Okay, sir. Blessing the producer, you're in the back. You got to be on camera per JR's rules. All I'm saying is, Sway, is that I don't mind what she said, because what I'm saying is that can you prove otherwise? What did she say?
Yes, you can prove otherwise, given context and the things of what he was saying. Nick Fuentes he's disowned because everyone knows the stuff he says is crap. Everyone knows it's trash. Everyone knows it's based in racist science.
Are black people not late? Are black people not generally late, sir? We don't have a stereotype we don't have a stereotype called CP time.
That's a stereotype. All stereotypes aren't true. What are you
talking
about?
Do black people not make jokes about our own? Even me, sir. Do we as black people not make jokes about ourselves being like, I'm black, I'm gonna be late, right? Do we not do that, or am I mistaken?
I heard you say earlier on the stream that Jewish people don't do this. Jewish people absolutely do this.
Sir, I am not talking about Jewish people. I'm talking about black people now.
We have to compare.
Sir, the difference between Jewish people, Sway, and black people is you don't hear Jewish entertainers, Jewish elites always talking about the Holocaust. I ain't never heard Jerry Springer or Jerry Seinfeld talking constantly about the Holocaust. I just never heard them do it.
I'm tired of us sitting around talking about we need to hold Pearl accountable. Stop supporting the things that you have a problem with. Pearl has become the de facto leader in the black male manosphere. That's our fault that that's the case.
Thank you.
I don't have any real smoke for Pearl. Let Pearl make all the money. I keep saying, black men, we are here because we are weak and feckless, and we're so desperate for some softness that we ran to a 25-year-old, I think she's 25-year-old woman. She even just said in the chat, let me come save the smoke of your show. I don't need no white woman to come save me from nothing. And I'm not saying that as a knock against Pearl. We got to stop trying to say, well, we need to hold Pearl accountable. We need to hold Whitey accountable. Hold your damn self accountable. Hold yourself accountable for what you support.
So my point is.
Hold on. Let me read the super chat real quick. There's a lot going on. Your Sports Now says, for the $10 super chat, says Europeans stayed at the ports because it was dangerous and they didn't know the land. We captured each other and sold the white man. So the problem starts with us. Exactly. Let me read this other super chat real quick, guys. Hold on a second. It's about to go to hell real quick. Rex Gardner with the €10 says race means nothing. You're black due to getting more sunlight based on where the hemisphere you are at. I am white due to where I live. It lacks sunlight. We need to absorb those vitamins as much as we can. Hold on, I got another super chat real quick. Just Pearly Thing says bring up Blessings producer. So Blessings producer. You can come back. All right, you can come back. All right, you were vouched for. I don't know. I'm just gonna assume that's you. Let me see. Let me read this other super chat real quick. I can't find it. Hold on for a second. We gotta get Akine in. He's been patiently waiting. Go ahead, my good sir.
Okay, guys. How are you guys doing tonight?
Awesome.
Let me put it this way. Just like I said in the Trigger Mike show.
Oh, Akine, I'm sorry. I found him. My apologies. Blessed producer with the 10 pound. Thank you so much. Says Black Manosphere and Jason pushed a narrative that was deceptive at the expense of Pearl, and it made Pearl an easy target because of race. That was wrong. They weren't seeking the truth. And Wyatt, again, with the $10 super chat, says it's the same thing they did with the virus. It was overly exaggerated. Just because she's white and she said it doesn't negate the fact that 1 + 1 is 2. America is known for exaggerating everything. Exactly. Go ahead, Akine. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So what Palestine said, as long as I'm concerned, they are not said, let me put it this way. They are said by Fonte in a racist tone. I think what people reacted to was that she did not dispute it. She did not invalidate him. Actually, she kept quiet. In some cases, she led him on, which means she is trying to actually push him in the right direction of saying what he was saying. If she had pushed back, in certain cases, it would have been okay. Like when the other girl was talking about her having a boyfriend that is black, and he made a disgusting face about it. Politics was supposed to shut him down and say, look, it's her right to date whoever she wants to date. I am of the opinion that anybody should. I don't like black people dating white people because I want us to keep our race. But at the same time, I am not against a white girl dating a black guy or a black guy dating a white girl. I celebrate it. But do I like it? No, I want everybody to keep their race. I don't want a white race person marrying a black person so that way white people can be maybe being on white, Respect your race, but don't go after people for making that decision. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, some of the things that she said, yes, they were correct. Do black people go late to something? Yes, black people go late to something. We cannot say that the truth is not the truth. You can't be politically correct in everything. There are things that you become politically correct and it's detrimental to you. Do white people have access to wealth? Do black people surpass white people? Do white people surpass black people in certain aspects of life? Yes, they do, because they have access to wealth. Are white people more smarter than black people? No. Are black people more smarter than white people? No. When you have access to education, you obtain knowledge. Knowledge is not given. Knowledge
Who's better
is
at basketball?
acquired.
Who's better at basketball?
Black people are better at basketball. I'm not doubting what you're saying. What you said is true. When right now, white people are better than us because they have more access to things better than us. You cannot be politically correct. It's detrimental.
Kenny, let me bring you back real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna drop off everybody real quick. Okay, Kenny, stand back. Everybody, stand back real quick. Okay.
Oh, come on, bro.
Come on, hold on for a second. Stand back. Stand back. Give me a second, guys. Hold on. I gotta make sure, man, because there's a lot going on. Give me 1 second. I gotta make sure. Hold on. Hello. You're on mute. You dropped off. You got to come back. You got to come back. I don't know what happened. Just Pearly thing says, I have so much smoke coming. You have no idea. Oh yeah. No, no, Blessing has to come back. I don't know what happened to her or him, or I don't know who the producer is actually. Said that was a troll. I have no idea. Okay, let's try this again. Hello? You got to unmute yourself. You got to unmute yourself. Your sound isn't working. Hold on for a second. Let me see something real quick. Hello? Your sound isn't working. How about this? Come on camera real quick. Let me see. Just wave or something. I don't know. The sound isn't working. I don't know what's going on. Wait a minute. Let's try it one more time. Hold on for a second. Everybody has to be on camera too. So Little King, Trey, everybody has to be on camera, by the way. You said it's a troll. How do you know it's a troll? I have no idea if it's a troll. I'm just making sure. That's why I'm solo right now. Okay, let's try it again. Let's try it one more time. Hello. Hello. You just muted yourself. You got to unmute. Let's try it again. You just muted yourself. I can't hear you. You're going to have to unmute or something. Try. Okay, I don't know why your sound isn't working. I see you unmuting, but you're going to. Hold on for a second. You're gonna have to unmute. I can't. Let me see. Japri says it's probably a troll because Blessing is a producer. He knows how to work in live stream. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Let's bring everybody back. Go ahead, guys.
So,
Kenny, go ahead, man. You got the floor, Kenny.
All right. Okay. So if you look at it this way, we cannot, as a people, keep being politically correct in everything that is said or done. It's detrimental because when you become politically correct or shoot people down for saying things that are truthful, there is no discourse. But at the same time, I am against being racial about it.
Yeah.
You cannot be racial about it.
Go ahead.
So you see what I'm saying? You cannot be racial about it. You cannot be disrespectful about it. You cannot sound in a way whereby it has racial connotation. I don't believe that people should be out of people's business. No. If you do bad, it has to be said. If you do good, it has to be said. If you see a black child acting something that is out of the ordinary as a white person, you should say something. If I see a white person saying something, doing something out of the ordinary, or something that is abnormal, or something that is detrimental to somebody else, I should say something, but I shouldn't make it racial. That's where the problem.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Is the New York skyline better than the skyline in Lagos?
Of course, there is no doubt about it. The truth is the truth.
Okay. Is it wrong for? I mean, granted, Nick Fuentes is a 24-year-old kid in my eye. I'm way older than he is. Is it wrong for him to say, or any white person to say, blacks are better at this? If they're making an observation, right? Is it wrong for them to say whites are better at this, blacks are better at this? What is so wrong with that? Is there anything wrong?
There is nothing wrong about that as long as it's statistically correct.
Okay.
You cannot. It is wrong if it's opinion and state the fact that it states that is opinion, because opinion is opinion, fact is fact. There is something I always tell people all the time. I said, when you say something and there is no time, place, and date, it's an opinion. But as long as you have time, place, and date, it's a fact. It's factual. Statistics makes it factual. Yes, statistics can be skewed towards something, but once you put these three stuff on it, time, date, and place, it's fact.
Okay. Let John the Baptist get in real quick. He's been patiently waiting too, and then let's get
I never dated a white woman, I'm sorry. I only date black women.
And then let's get Trey up in here after that. Go ahead, John the Baptist.
Thank you, Chaotic. I appreciate you letting me up on the panel.
It's been chaotic, hasn't it?
So I'm gonna judge Pearlie not by the color of her skin, but by her words and her actions. And I'm not just going by this thing that came out last. I'm going back since she's been on. I'm not sure how long she's been on YouTube, but since I took notice of her, her words do not match her actions. So therefore, she's not even credible to me. Period. One of the things that she's famous for is dealing with modern women, black, white, or whatever race is, and telling them how they are not submissive to men, how they're out of order, how they put their careers and their education first. And I don't think it's a wrong message. I think the message is right, but she's also a victim of her own message. She puts her career first. The same thing she's telling these other women, she can actually tell herself. And so therefore, I'm not judging on the color of her skin. I'm judging on her words. And her words and action don't match up.
What are her words?
I just told you.
What are her words?
The same message you give to black women: stop putting your education first, stop putting your careers first, focus on men. And so therefore, when I look at the actions, when I watch her podcast from time to time, when I watch her show from time to time, I often see her overstepping men.
Well,
And to me, she's not a submissive. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Whose fault is that if she's doing that?
What I'm trying to say is that's not when I'm looking and seeing she's not a submissive woman. So it's her fault. Now you can protect if you want to. I have no problem with it. I'm just telling you what I see. And she doesn't match it with her words.
No. I'm agreeing with you because I've seen.
I was talking about anybody. I'm just talking in general. That wasn't that directly at you. That's just in general. So whether she's a racist or not is irrelevant to me because she lost credibility with me a long time ago. So when you lose your credibility with me, not because of that thing she said, because what she says in general.
But what is that? Okay, I got you. Little King, cam up, Little King. Trey, what's up? And then we got to get Black Man Unfiltered in next. Go ahead. Go ahead, Trey.
Hey, what's going on, Chaotic?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, chilling. See my man Savage Red up there. My man. The one thing I want to focus on. My man said we don't have access to education and wealth. As CT has stated many times, we in the U.S. You could get whatever you want over here. You could be an entrepreneur, a ball player, a rapper. I mean, you could sell lemonade at a lemonade stand and become a millionaire over here. Ain't nobody stopping anybody. You could get a college scholarship for basically tying your shoes. So, I don't know what you hear over there in Nigeria, bro, but over here, nah, man, everybody got access. It's that simple. And no shade on the fellas, but Pearl got a lot of brothers in their emotions. The whole Black Manosphere Civil War, all because of emotions.
Right.
Look here, man. Nick, only thing I didn't agree with Nick Fuentes about was the fact that he said America was 90% white for most of its existence. And anybody that know me know that's complete bullshit. I don't rock with that, philosophy. That, 90% white. America's always been a hodgepodge, and it was mostly melanated up until the 1890s. But here's the deal. When he said, look, the Africans coming over here work harder than, Black Americans. I mean, we know he's going for the trigger effect, but we looking at, the general consensus, the stereotype. It's true. The Africans coming over here got money. They like Chaotic's parents. And my man down here next to me, they're going to be that class of Africans from whatever country coming over here. So of course they're going to work harder than the average, Black American. Shit, they're going to work harder than me. The way I seen them Nigerians and Ghanaians balling out in Houston, they had way more than I did. So why are you going to sit there just because it hurts emotionally, because you connected to Pook, Ray, and Tyrone and all them emotionally, I don't know, to the womb or something, you got to feel their trauma. So you feeling Pook and Ray's trauma when he says that. But is he lying? Is he wrong, though? And all Pearl said was, yeah, all Americans. And y'all in the feelings because my man said Pearl ain't submissive. Damn right. She submissive to Nick Fuentes. She didn't argue back. She didn't want to sit up there and argue with a dude. She just giggled and smiled and did the aloof thing a female does, a woman does. She ain't gonna be like Keith. She'll be like, nah, nigga, nah, Nick, I want to fight and all that. No, she just did what a woman does. Yeah. A woman's just gonna sit there and shut the fuck up to a man.
You gotta watch the F-bomb.
Oh, my bad. A woman would just sit there and zip her lips. She could fight those battles another time, or she could bring a Nick Fuentes back on with a man like Sarah or somebody else, or King Richards, to go head to head with him. But a woman ain't gonna do that with a man.
Let me read the super chat real quick, and let me drop everybody off again because I think Blessing producer is got everything correct. I know this panel is really hectic right now, but you got to bear with me, man. It's a lot going on. Your Sports Now with the $5 super chat says, it's a slap in the face to those who died for us to be here. To act like someone saying something we don't like is racism. Let's see. Thank you so much, Your Sports Now. Speaking of sports, I will be ending the show with a sports topic. Did you see Bronny? Let's be honest. Bronny was struggling in that slam dunk contest. Let's be completely honest. Hold on for a second. Yo.
Can you hear me?
Hear you now.
All right, perfect. Yeah. So for those that don't know, I'm Blessing. I do the behind the scenes and stuff like that. I'm the producer, and I don't like to show my face because I'm not about this internet in terms of like I don't want people to be trolling me and that. I like to live a private life. But yeah, in terms of Just Pearly, we've been hearing a lot of things here. Just Pearly Network, and these are all false, a hippies really, to try to put us down. Who we've been working hard over here, guys. Like,
yeah,
for us to get to 1 million subscribers in a year is no joke. We work hard,
yeah,
and we don't appreciate like when people come and just try to push a narrative at the expense of someone. In this case, which is Just Pearly Things. Just Pearly Things is not a racist, and I can say that I can vouch for her. She's not a racist. Literally, I work with this woman every day, day. And to be honest, 99% of the people that work here are black people. She's the only white person in the building.
That's what I said earlier in my stream, and that's what I was telling you.
From all the producers, editors, it's black people, and you get another black person coming to say, she's racist, just because of a statement. A statement, and when you talk about a statement as well, it's based on a quote from a book.
Yep, that really happened.
Author. So
yep.
Are we not allowed to quote books now? Are people just are not allowed to quote books because of their race?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's actually a discussion to have because people are sensitive about the timing thing. We all know black people are late. Let's not lie. We are late sometimes. We say that all the time. I grew up around it. So I don't know why that's causing too much outrage. Oh, she said it.
Blessing, can I say something to you?
Yeah, bro.
You know why? Because there are no great wars. There are no struggles. There are no oppression. But Black Americans, not all of them. I don't know all 30 million blacks in America, but I know a lot. They want to struggle. They want to be oppressed. They want people. They want to feel like a victim, even though they're not. So instead of researching, instead of analyzing data, instead of thinking anything that upsets them, instead of having a conversation, they get upset. They get mad. My good man, have been saying this for years. People think I'm trolling when I say some of the things that I say. And I'm glad that Just Pearly Things said what she said. I'm glad that Nick Fuentes said what he said. Because at least with them saying it, now these blacks in America will listen. But I've been saying it. I've been saying that slavery was over exaggerated. I've made videos about it. I've made live streams about
it. And that is the thing. That is the thing. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, go ahead.
The thing as well is people tend to not listen to any fact until a white person says it. But when a white person says it, if they don't say it in a way that they don't feel like it's right, it's outrage. It's selective outrage. It's because it's a white person that's saying it. Why is no one trolling someone else? Everyone is. These people have been doing hit pieces on Just Pearly Things for a long time now, and we've just been silent. We've just been silent. They're just jealous because they just know where she is, and there's no secret about it. She didn't buy no sub count or anything that they say they do. We are putting out more videos than them. She invested in a bigger set than them, and now they're complaining that they're not getting the same results.
Yeah,
that's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in the States, my good sir, I can tell you that whenever something happens with black people, particularly when it comes to something dealing with finances, right? It's easy to bring up the race card because race sells in America. So you are correct. Maybe there are individuals that are jealous or upset at her rise to fame. So what they will say is, oh, well, they're waiting on that moment to say that she's a racist, to throw her under the bus, when in fact she's doing the work of the Lord. And what you guys are doing over in the UK is glorious, man. And I really salute you guys for that. And that's why I made this. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this as well. There's no need for people to go on King Rich's podcast and spam the comments with like racism. There's no need to go to Auntie Jenny and spam the comments with racism. It's black people being racist against your own person. Yeah. There's no need for a black person to go and say the C word on another black person. Why are you doing that? If you are so outraged by race, why are you going and spreading racism to another black person?
Exactly.
it's so crazy that what these people are doing. And I'm gonna say this now as well. We are not gonna stop bringing controversial people on the platform because we stand for free speech. So it's gonna keep on going. Nick Fuentes needs to come back again.
Isn't that the most ironic thing ever? Here goes. In America, we are upset about what somebody said, and we are supposedly the greatest country with the greatest freedoms, particularly freedom of speech. And it's the Americans that are upset about what this white woman said. Whereas over in the UK, you have you can't own guns, correct? You don't have a Second Amendment like we do here, and you guys are promoting the very same thing that we are supposed to have in America, which is freedom of speech. And that's why I salute you, what you guys are doing, man. And I would say bring on Nick Fuentes 1,000 times. And the purpose of an interview, Blessing, and this is what I said even on my channel, is that you interview someone, you let them talk. That's what Howard Stern did. Yeah. That's what a lot of these great people back in the day did. There is no need for pushback. I want to hear what Nick Fuentes says. I don't care if it's the Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan. I want to hear what he says. I don't have to cut him off. Go ahead, Bless. I'm sorry to cut you off.
And at the same time as well, we're not forcing you to hear what he says. If you don't want to, if you don't want to go on our channel, don't go on our channel. No one is forcing you to go on the channel. And people are saying, oh, Pearl only deals with relationships. Nick Fuentes was there to also be on our panels dealing about interracial relationships because he has a stance on it. So why no? Why is he excluded from that if he has a stance on it? So that's why we had him on the panel as well. What they're trying to use is a one-on-one interview, which is a small part of the content that we made with Nick Fuentes. And then they're running with that narrative from a small soundbite. So we're not going to have it. And to be honest, people need to go and do their research before MTR came out with the video saying, oh, this comment. The video was up on Rumble. Here were clips up on YouTube. Why did he not look at the clips himself? We did not hide anything from him. Now it's coming out here like we are hiding things from him.
Yeah.
So we can't be, you can't come in and put blame on us, put blame on Pearl when people start trolling you in the comments. And then you just pander to people's comments. That's what that video was, pandering to people's comments. He stands for nothing, that guy. But anyways, sorry.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, anyways, I'm out. Thank you guys for supporting those that support. Those that don't support, we don't need your support.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Blessing. And thank you so much for coming through. Sir Samson Mayo with the $25 super chat. Thank you so much. It says, okay, Pasty said what she said and done what she done. Now should we focus on promoting our community and capitalizing on our contributions? Too much talk, not enough action. In the words of Prince, let's work. Salute to you, bro. Thank you so much for the super chats. Guys, I have I blacked out earlier. The first 40 minutes of the show, I was doing a solo dolo. I haven't blacked out like that in a long time. You know, a lot of people have said that I haven't been chaotic in a long time. Well, the first 40 minutes, I was super chaotic. I agree with, again, guys, if you're just coming in here, hit that like button. I agree with everything that Just Pearly Thing said. I agree with her guest. I agree with her. I agree with Nick Fuentes. The problem in the Black community is that when we, not me though, but when we are talking with people, instead of listening, instead of trying to understand, instead of just hearing it out, somebody will say 3 words and then you cut them off. I like listening to people. I want to know what people are about. I want to know information. So I would interview a neo-goddamn Nazi. So let me see what these people are thinking about. Why are they politically inclined to the right? Or why are they why are they outdoorsmen? What are they preparing? I want to know certain things. Maybe for my own benefit. But I'm not about to sit there and say, being a neo-Nazi is wrong. Stop. Let me read these super chats and I'll bring everybody back up, man. Let's see here. Who do we have here? Jonathan with the $5 super chat says Pearl's biggest mistake was apologizing to the mob. Yes, now that I agree with. See, if I was just Pearly Things, I wouldn't apologize to not, it's something that I heard old black people say back in the day. Not one of you. I ain't apologizing. This is what I believe. As a rule, you should never apologize to the mob. And you're right, because when you apologize, you are acknowledging that you are wrong. That's why she should never have apologized, because she was not wrong. A normal name changer, salute to you, man, says Pearl sent her African to deliver a message. Boss. Yes, that is definitely boss. Great guy. Great guy. I'm going to let everybody back up on the panel. Please get on camera. Please get on camera. I'm going to rock it out. Let me let Trey back in. Let me let Akene back in. Let me let Little King in. What's up, guys? Imagine No Colors. Prime Tizime in the building. Art Payne in the building again. Yeah. Let's rock it out, man. Let's rock it out.
Yeah, I just had one last thing to say, man. As you can see from what the big dude said, man, like there's a big difference between us raised by our fathers. Some of us, got roots outside of, United States, for a couple of generations ago. And that right there is the difference for one thing. And the other difference is, man, all skin folk ain't kin folks. Black people say it all the time when it comes to black conservatives. I'll say it like this. I mean, Chaotic, he the homie and all that. But look, man, I'm Jamaican and Mississippian. He Nigerian. The only thing that makes us the same is we both American. This skin color don't mean nothing, man. The American part. My homeboy up here was Savage Red. I don't know where he went, but I got more in common with Savage Red than half of, anybody you can run into in any black manosphere. So it is what it is, man.
Wyatt with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much again, Wyatt. You've been coming through all day with these super chats. There's also, let's keep it real, the majority of content creators are using Just Pearly Things to get views because they can't create content. They can't compete with her, or that can't compete with her. Give me 1 second. Epiphany says they ancestors didn't go through the things that our ancestors went through. Epiphany. Talking about the gentleman that came over. Epiphany, how do you know that? What's your facts and evidence? And also, ancestor worship is devil worship. Go ahead, guys. You got the floor. Prime time. What's up? Go ahead, Prime time.
I don't know what to say.
Let me put it this way, right?
Oh, yeah,
first, ancestors. Nobody. We in Africa don't worship our ancestors. We believe in the spirit of our ancestors, not worshiping them. Number two. When the other guy came in and said, if you don't like our show, don't support it. No, you can't say that, because number one, you got to invite your friends and your enemies. You see what I'm saying? Let everybody come to the banquet and partake of the dinner. The only thing you have to do is that you got to have a long spoon when you eat with your enemies. You see, you don't bring them closer. But at the same time, I don't think anybody's saying that Power Things is racist. That's my opinion. I don't think she's racist. I think her apology wasn't that she's apologizing for being racist, or people are accusing her of being racist, or maybe having a racist troll. No. I think she's apologizing for not pushing back on the things she had to push back. Because I've watched TV channels. When you have a guest and the guest says something that you know that is going to be inflammatory, you have to address it right there, so that way you don't become part of the pack. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't push back in certain things that are out of line, then your audience are going to be outraged. And when they become outraged, you don't go about saying that, oh, for those that are outraged, if you don't want to be part of our channels, don't be part of our channels. Then you're going to find out that half of your subscribers are not your friends. But you want your friends and non-friends to listen to you, because one thing about discourse is that when I talk, even if you don't agree with me, at least listen to me, hear me out. But you don't have to take what I'm saying. But the good thing about life is that human beings always go home to digest what is said. But sometimes we want everybody to agree with us right here, right then, not later, but right now. Everybody don't receive information the same way. So let your friends listen to you and let your enemies listen to you. Or the ones that are not your friends, neither your enemy. Let everybody listen to you, okay?
Can I say something on this one? When I look
Real
at
quick, real quick. Savage, the white man that he is, he's patiently waiting to speak. Go ahead, Savage. Go ahead, Savage.
So I'm so tired of this malarkey.
Malarkey.
So yeah, because I wanted to curse, but I have to use PG language. So two things. One, let's be clear here. All these people that want to complain about the white folk, let white folks stop buying or paying for anything that supports black millionaires, and they will be broke. Let white folks stop paying for concerts, stop listening to their music,
Going to NBA game.
Stop going to NBA, stop going to NFL games, stop buying jerseys, stop supporting Nike, stop letting blacks be on YouTube. Just start murking blacks off of our places and our dollars, and it'd be a wrap. White people made Lil Wayne a millionaire. Like that's a fact. Jay-Z, he's a millionaire off of our dollar, off of our concerts. Beyonce, we go to their concerts. We pay for that shit. So at the end of the day, quit with this like whites hate you, whites hate us. They're always racist. They really the racist. My son's mixed and he gets picked on by black people for being half white.
Really?
He's not getting picked on by white kids for being half black. He's getting picked on by black kids in front of his mother because he's half white, because they think he's soft, because he's mixed. Like the real race is in the black community. And this, oh, you gotta cater my feelings and it's bull. Like people are getting tired of it. Like all this rhetoric going about how she didn't say that slavery wasn't that bad. She didn't say that. She was making a correlation between a thought that was said to her and seeing how that could apply to another subject, which I don't know about you, but in my lifetime, they talked about Iraq, about how they had weapons of mass destruction, and we all found out that was a lie. So to think that slavery wasn't a lie, or I don't know, we thought they were like, hey, we're going to give you black folks some medicine here to find out they were doing experiments. They lied. So to come back and be like, the Holocaust might be exaggerated, slavery might be exaggerated, like all these things, question. It's an honest question. Nick Fuentes saying that he doesn't like race mixing. He didn't say he didn't like black folks with white people. He said he doesn't like mixing of races because he said it was unfair to the children that get caught between two cultures. That's what he said. He didn't say that he thought they were beneath anybody. He said that he just doesn't like race mixing. That was it. It was that simple. To get all upset about that. And how many times I hear these Hotep dudes talk about how white people couldn't walk upright because the black man taught them that, and the white man came from the caves and they didn't know math, but they were taught to stand upright and to eat like a normal human being because we're just cave animals. Like, but I don't see no non-racist blacks get up there and push back on them. I don't see any blacks out here talking about the 3 civil rights people that got hung during the civil rights movement that were Jewish and white. I don't see that going on. I don't see anyone on this panel that's ever said that she's racist out here in East Cleveland building the community up. I don't see that shit at all. But I do see a lot of whining and crying and, well, you know, she's a white lady, so of course she's racist because she had a thought. With that, I end.
Okay. Prime time. Thank you so much, Savage. Savage blacked out for a minute. Wow. Go ahead, Prime time. I don't think you went, right?
No, I didn't go.
Go ahead, Prime time. You got the floor, man.
Excuse me while I show that screen real quick, but I looked up I already knew, but I just want to show you guys the founder of YouTube, and none of these founders are black. I said this on your show before, Chaotic, and you had to think about it for a sec. We're attaching pearly things with Adam 22 and Vlad TV as culture vultures. They're profiting off our pain, our struggle, our trauma, our trials and tribulations, right? On YouTube. I'm not even gonna ask Black people. If you make videos, upload videos, go live, and talk about your pain, your trauma, your struggle, your trials and tribulations, it's not your business no more. It's not your business. You're putting on a platform that's not even Black owned. Depending on how many views you got, subscribers, people, views, subscribers, whatever, how much money you make. The founder, people on YouTube, corporate, they're making money off your videos. Like, for example, I'm not trying to pocket watch you, Chaotic, but do you get 100% of your super chats?
I got a laugh from crying prime time. Absolutely not. No,
where does that other cut goes? You have to be specific, but
it goes to YouTube, Google. Right? It's like 30%. It goes to Google. Yeah, I got a laugh from Keith from crying. That's how much money goes.
Is Google Black owned?
Are you crazy? No, it's publicly owned. It's publicly traded, but generally it's white owned. It's white owned. Yeah.
So in that same breath, isn't Google culture vulturing off Black users when they put their business out there and they make money?
You asking me or asking the panel?
No, I'm just saying in general. I'm just saying in general. Is that the case? Because if we're gonna call these individuals they're coaching off our whatever, just and the third, but we're choosing to put our business out like that. Why are we saying this individual, these corporations, all these corporations, then are culture vultures?
I agree.
And another thing, they said that Pearly things say slavery wasn't that bad or was exaggerated, right? And then some people thought that she meant that slavery didn't exist the way she said it or something. So imagine if I said 9/11 was exaggerated. Are you guys gonna say that I assume that it doesn't exist?
I'm gonna say you're right. Well, it was faked, but I'll say you're right.
But you're not gonna say that it doesn't exist, right?
Be careful.
Sorry, my bad.
It's still too early. It's still too early to talk about that.
I won't bring out
Be careful.
No. What you said. No, excuse me. Hold on a minute. What you said is right, but this is what we are trying to say. Politics allowed somebody to come to our show. We need to stop this thing because number one, I got to say this real quick. For the guy that said that if white people stop buying, that Black businesses are going to go off. If Africa stop allowing white people to get access to the mineral resource, white continent will shut down. I will tell you that. If we Africans say you can't get access to our resource anymore, the whole world shuts down. Not just the white people. So Black Africa fits this world.
Well,
white people
I'm
coming real quick. Africa feeds the world. White provides the money. We know that. Everybody in this world has something to give the world. So we are all indispensable. Nobody's indispensable, but we are all indispensable. But what I'm trying to say is this. Politics White is not racist. I've said it before. But she allowed a racist guy to come to our show and say things that are disrespectful to the race. Does that mean that the guy didn't say some things that are not truth? Yes, he did. Being racist is not what you say, but the context at which you say it. You see what I'm saying? The context at which you say it is racist. But when somebody tells you that they are offended by your racist trope, meaning well or not meaning well, just apologize and move on. But if you don't apologize,
though, Akina,
can I ask you a question though? First of all, Just Pearly Things has the right to invite anybody she wants to her platform.
I don't doubt that.
Let me finish before we go. She has the right to invite anybody she wants to her platform. And that's not
I addressed that earlier. She has a right to do that.
Black people, anybody. If MTR came out against her for inviting that guy, And I followed NPR before he had 100,000 subscribers. He would never allow anybody to tell him who he wants to bring on his platform. So he's being hypocritical. So I don't give it. Listen. That Pearly thing's only crime is that she wasn't prepared for the kind of guest she had.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is this: when whatever happens, right? Yes, she wasn't prepared. She's a very young girl, 26. If I was 26, I was going to still react the same way she reacted, but try to minimize the impact. I wouldn't be a quick at 26 for that.
Hold on for a second. Hold on. Arpain, are you saying that Just Pearly Things didn't know?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not going to give her a pass. She stepped out there. She stretched her horizons to bring this worthless racist on.
Well, what makes him?
Makes him
racist.
But my thing is that what makes him worthless and a racist and unworthy of being interviewed?
No, I didn't say that. I'm the one saying she can invite this guy on. First of all, the black man. Here's the biggest problem I think black people have. We want to be in this echo chamber, and we only want to accept people's voices that we agree with. That's why we're so far in the assholes of the Democratic Party. And that's the stupidest thing that we can do as a race. However, so she brings this guy on, and he's a racist, a self-proclaimed racist. And so I don't have any issue with that, because do we want those people to be hit, or do we want to hear what these assholes have to say? I'd rather know that these guys, we shine a light on these guys, and we could take them as they come, as opposed to them being in the shadows. Okay, so the First Amendment protects us not only from what free speech is, but we want to hear all the speeches so we can make discernible decisions on where we want to go. I don't want anybody. I don't mind hearing what the racists have to say. I just want to know where they are.
Wait, hold on for a second. We got to get Little King in. He's been waiting for like an hour. I don't think he's. What's up, Little King? Go ahead, man.
What's going on, CT, man? Yo, keep
go ahead.
doing the damn work. I just want to say something, though. What's up with you old geezers, yo? Old geezers are in the way. You have young men constantly critically thinking, constantly traveling around the world, meeting individuals, putting themselves head first into different industries. And you old geezers are constantly projecting your emotions, right? With no intelligence. You talking about a young lady, she said, look, she's not an FBI agent, like let's say another content creator, right? She's not a former FBI agent. She's a woman. She's a woman advocating for men that want feminine women. She's having an interview, not an interrogation. I remember Ricky Lake used to have those type of interviews too before, the woke mob came for her.
Keep it real, Little King. Keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Springer. I was telling you to keep it real. Jerry Springer, Ricky Lake, all of them did the same thing. Did we forget?
Every last one of them. Every last one of them. I remember it was what's the guy name? Is it Arsenio Hall? I forget, but the queer community tried to come over there and come at him and why you don't never have any queers on you? What are you talking about? I mean, look, that's neither here nor there. Let's stick to this. Your emotions, man, get them in order. At the end of the day, you want an all black society or you want a peaceful society? Because like what Savage was saying, right? I felt where Savage was coming from. Savage has an understanding that, yes, there might be a supremacy of power and it may be a certain type of skin tone in there, but yet, fuck, us brokies and dusties that's trying to succeed, we all the same, no matter what the fuck our skin tone is. Excuse my F-bomb. Yet, back, like, literally, the young lady even came on to apologize, not to apologize to the mob, CT. I don't think she, it probably come off like that, but she's been working for a long time, putting out content. She has supporters, followers. You know what I mean? She came with her whole family and shared that to the to the YouTube world, to the internet or whatever. So, you know, for her to get this type of hate and all that, I mean, it's going to confuse her supporters. So I think that it was a dope thing that she came out and she apologized, and you know, it's just genuine. You know, I understand that these guys want to so bad think that she blew up off of y'all. No, you was just weak and lazy and had nothing else to do, and you were, you know, you were on YouTube. She had so many other things that she had going. Well, excuse me, she had other content that she was putting out besides advocating for men. Like, we gotta stop this, yo. Seriously, the young lady. Let me read this. She's a red pill.
Let me read the super chat real quick, Arpain. And we got to get Trey in. Trey hasn't really talked as much as anybody else in prime time. John the Baptist with the $5 super chat. Bastard. You're a bastard, John the Baptist. I got to read it, though. Excuse me, Pearly Things. I got to read the super chat, but I don't agree with this bastard here. It says Pearly has no credibility in this space. I disagree with that, John the Baptist. And I got another super chat to read. Give me 1 second. John the Baptist also says, Little King, she is not feminine at all. What? Oh, my God. You want to dress? Okay, hold on. Let Little King dress this super chat. Go ahead, sir.
How is she not feminine? Literally, she comes in. She's in a big family. If she's like a one girl, you know, or the little sister of the brother, cool, you know. But like she comes from a big family, so they're gonna rough house. They're gonna play all that, but she's not gonna act like her brothers because she played a little sport, right? She played sports. It is what it is. She you don't see her driving any Bugattis. Right, even with all her money, she drives plain Jane. She dressed plain Jane. She ain't out here with the lashes and the wigs and the weaves and the BBLs. What are you talking about?
I had to remind, and I rock with Arpain, man. But I feel bad. I'm about to say this. I had to give him a little smoke today. His, you know, baby boomer generation. He said that just Pearly Things is privilege. I told him. He's right there. I said, you're privileged too, Arpain. You live in America. You're living better than 90% of the people on the planet right now. You got people in Botswana who would love to trade places just with a Negro living in the projects.
CT, aren't we first generation?
Yes.
I acknowledge that chaotic. I acknowledge. Let me just say this one thing on that point. I acknowledge that, and that's why I tell all the black people in my orbit who are making 150 grand or 200 grand, stop talking this slavery bullshit. You're living in 90% of all the white people in America. You're living better than those guys. So just shut the F up and move forward. And there's so many black people who are just so entrenched in this victimization shit. It's sickening. And that's what's holding us back. That's my interest.
Yeah, to speak on that, to speak on that is this, right? We as black people, we get to, you see, we need to stop certain things. The victimization, I agree with you guys, is too much. We need to build, we need to manufacture, we need to teach our kids how to go to school and stay in school. Graduate, be respectful. Try to get the control of our women, because our women are out of control. There is no society that can build a society by having a matriarchy society. It has never happened in history, and it will never happen. We have to be able to build a society that is led by men. Because if we cannot hold down our foot and put our women under control, we cannot control nothing. If you can control your woman at home, how can you control outside? How can you run an office? How can you run an organization? You can't run nothing.
On doing that. There's a segment of the black female population that we have to just let grow old and die.
When they are 30 years and above, I will tell you this: any woman 25 years and above that is black and can't listen, just let her go. That's a forgone. That's forgone. But the younger ones, we have to bring them under subjection. But you have to also understand that we get the ones that are lost. The ones that we think that are gone, you can't let them be gone forever because they have influence on the society. They have influence on the society.
No, listen.
About color.
Let me just start at you. I'm gonna shut up after this. I'm not disagreeing with you, but the truth of the matter is, once a woman gets to a certain point, or anybody, man for that matter, you're not changing their mind. You just got to go for somebody you can listen. If we want to fix first of all, women have to really want to be fixed. We can't change their mind. You know, I swear to God, we might be able to talk their panties off to have sex, but we don't necessarily can change their minds on how they want to live. So when they're 40 years old, good luck.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question real quick, Anike? And I know, bro, you over in over in the continent, and our paying you a boomer and all.
I'm right here in the United States. I'm sorry.
Oh, my
I'm
bad.
in the US.
Okay, my bad. Why not just tell brothers to go get their own woman? Stop worrying about everybody else. Just go get your own woman. Get a woman.
But the thing is this. But the thing is this.
But everybody else.
No, but the thing is this. You have what they call TV channels. You have television that is headed by Oprah Winfrey and Tara Perry. We as Black people, we got to start making our own movies that will influence our community, influence our society. Because United States, even if you like it or not, most of these women that are messed up are still going to live for the next 60, 70 years. It's a problem. But they're always going to influence the society.
Why are y'all trying to protect somebody that won't even protect though?
Okay, guess what? They were damaged by the media, right? Through watching of TVs and through watching of content, right? You can fix, or you don't need to fix everybody. You just save as many as you can. Just save as many as you can, because the few that you can save or the half you can save can in turn help to fix these goddamn kids that are growing up now. We have to get hold of the kids that are growing, because if we don't get the ones that are growing, guess what? It extends the years of damage. When you are in a vessel, right? When you're inside a vessel and you have many punched holes that water is letting into, what do? Let it come in or start fixing the holes one by one. You got to fix the holes one by one in order to stop the water from flowing in. In turn, you can then let water out. But
that's the thing. Today in 2023, we have technology. They don't want to hear none of that shit. They need things to go fast, smooth, easy. And the best way that we do that is if we advocate for men to stand the fuck up.
That's what we have to do. That's what we have to do. We got to start pushing our. We got to start pushing our culture.
Stand up and get on structure, and also stop playing games.
Trey, I just got your message out. I wish you would have said something real quick. Hold on for 1 second, guys. We got Trey left. Modern Renaissance man, salute, man. What say you about this whole Just Pearly thing? I don't know if you've been watching, but I not only agree with her in having Nick Fuentes on there, I wholeheartedly hope that she has the Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan on there. I think that that's the beauty of the interviewer. You interview any and everybody. You allow everybody to have a platform. But go ahead, sir.
Hey, better hope I don't find out Nick Fuentes' information, because I would have him on my show and interview him myself.
Go ahead. You got the.
I mean, I'm just saying. I would like to hear why he had the certain values and thought process that he do. I'm not going to be there to interrogate him and say, well, this is where you're wrong because our people went through this. We went through 400 years. I'm not going to do all that. I just want to hear why his mind frame is the way that it is and why he think that particular way. And I want to be able to hear him out also to the extent to where I can get context. See, what a lot of people don't like to do, what you're going to find out in this panel, and it might happen even while I'm talking, is we like to jump in and interrupt. See, for example, if I'm driving and I know the direction that I'm going, I know the goal that I'm trying to get at. What a lot of people do in these spaces, they'll grab the steering wheel and turn it because they think they know where I want to go with where I'm going.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden the conversation is derailed. This right here.
Pause you real quick.
So you just did it. Why you grabbing the steering wheel? Yeah. I'm just messing. I'm playing.
Have you guys ever had a female back in your younger years do that to you when she's mad before? That happened to me when I was a teenager. I was 17. I was dating a girl. I was driving. She was mad at me. She jerk the steering wheel. But anyway, go ahead, Modern Renaissance.
Yeah, well, the thing is that I'm just calling cap on most of this stuff. This fake outrage from a lot of black folks acting like Pearly just disrupted their whole lives or something like that. They act like all of a sudden they didn't eat the next day, they didn't go to work the next day, they couldn't sleep, they went into a deep depression because just Pearly things did something or said something just made them just, oh my God. I mean, it stopped. I mean, they capitalizing off of this whole deal. They know they are. They getting on here faking their outrage and just to pretty much draw some of that attention there, because if you put her name in right now, she's trending. These people that are creators on YouTube, we do know that if you put certain things that are trending right now, it's going to draw a certain type of audience or attention over to your channel, which means you can end up running up some numbers. But as far as what she did it disrupt anybody black life? No, it absolutely 100% did not do anything. And as far as us up here talking about this whole thing about, oh, you know, we gotta fix our women. You're not gonna fix our women. You're not gonna do that. What you can do is try to fix your woman or the woman that you might want. Because here's the deal. This might sound like crazy to a lot of folks, but do you know who it is that predators go after, be it in the animal kingdom or be it predators that are out there in the world that want to, I can't say this certain word, you know what it is, that want to actually go and sexually assault someone? They go after the young first. That's who they go after. Predators go after the young. So what I'm saying that for is this. The people that I can have a good influence on right now is going to be the young people, because they haven't had a chance to get out there in the world and be indoctrinated by a bunch of this nonsense that some of our so-called women of our community, or even the black men of our community, or even the black community itself has already been influenced by with this nonsense. Oh, we've been forged. Anybody that gets to talking like that, I cannot have no influence over them. Therefore, I don't try to. But the ones that haven't been hit with this nonsense yet, the ones that are who I mentor now, those are the ones that I can have an impression on. Those are the ones that can actually be changed. Those are the ones that actually can see through all the nonsense once they do get hit with it, because they haven't encountered it yet. And that's why I don't waste my time on a lot of these folks that, oh, the black community and the black community this, or the black women this, because the only way that those people will be able to change just of that age is if they decide they want to change. But if they don't, why am I going to waste my breath on here trying to argue with them when they don't even have no desire to even want to change? They're just up there for argument's sake.
Jonathan Berryville, JB with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, JB. I did. I don't know how I missed this one. Says Pearl came into the space as a whole. Back in the day, we used to say whole ass ginger, and ran up the bag. I think that's why y'all are mad. Laugh out loud. And then Angel Martin says, for the $10 super chat, says matriarchy results from male failure. That I agree with that. And Modern Renaissance Man, thank you so much. Savage, you've been patiently waiting. Go ahead, sir. You're on mute, bro. You're on mute.
I'm not mute. I'm not mute.
Oh, okay. Oh, go ahead.
Do you guys remember a few months ago, back when Just Pearly Things did that show with that guy from the Roommates? I think
yes.
I think he was black, and I think he was real emotional, and I think he was quite rude, and she didn't cut him off, she didn't push back on him, and he was attacking her the whole time through the interview. She was nice and pleasant and just tried to get through the interview, but a black man saying stuff to her because he was jealous and emotional about her making that bread, she didn't treat him that way. And then she didn't treat Nick Fuentes the same way. She treated him just like she treated the other guy, but now it's bad. Like, that's crazy. The guy asked about Nick Fuentes and Cynthia G. Cynthia G said that you should abort all black male babies.
Exactly.
I didn't see Pearl say any of that. I don't see Cynthia G actually having black people work for her. I do think she's part of the divestment movement where she's saying that they should date white men. So, like, to make the comparison between Nick, who just said, hey, we shouldn't race mix, we should stay with our own people, the country should be mostly white, and we should shut down the borders. I think that that's like a really far stretch to compare him to Cynthia G, or her saying that maybe this was not the history we're told is not necessarily true, is like a real stretch. Like, you're breaking your arm to get there.
So
there's no argument. You know,
I'm not a baseball player, but I've learned some terminology over the years. And then one of the things I've heard is y'all correct me if I'm wrong when it comes to baseball, but I want to try to make this comparison. In order to hit the ball, you gotta see the pitch coming, right? Well, you gotta tell if it's a curveball or a knuckleball or whatever, but you gotta see it coming. But sometimes these things can be deceiving. And to me, I think y'all focus on the wrong thing. Y'all keep trying to make her a racist. Quit trying to make her a racist.
Who's y'all?
Look at what I'm just saying. I'm just speaking in general. When I say y'all, I'm saying in general. Most people that's been talking about her for the past couple of days are trying to make her out to be a racist. No, you look at the picture on. She's not a racist. She's just like a lot of other people in this space. She's a fraud. That's all it is to it. Now drop right though.
John the Baptist, I want to get at you for that. I want to get at you for that.
She's not a fraud. She's not a fraud.
She's addicted to the stuff she's talking about. She's feminine. She's trying to become a wife. She wants to have at least one child. She's not chasing her career. The YouTube isn't no damn career. What is wrong with you? She's
Look,
doing
King.
little
Look, King. Look, King. Look, King. Look, King. Look, King. I'm gonna tell you something I learned a long time ago. You don't learn to be a wife. That's not something you learn. You're raised to be a wife.
Respectfully, but in the world today, when she is in the pool of modern women, she has to learn to stand out. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I got you.
Listen to what I'm saying. She grew up with a mom and a dad. What did she have to learn? Her mom and dad live in the house with her. She should already learn this stuff when she was coming up as a child.
Right, respectfully, but her mom.
Hold on for a second. Man, what's your problem, man?
I'm just trying to spit truth, bro.
Why don't you like? It sounds like you don't like white women. That's what it sounds like. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.
Do I not like what?
Let me read these super chats real quick.
Say that again.
Let me read these super chats real quick. Big Time with the $5 super chat says, "Chaotic still talking about that tall ginger." Well, she's a topic of discussion, but not just her, but just other groups of people talking about the black community. Courtney Michelle, she said we cooning. Oh, come on, Courtney, stop it, Courtney. Let me see. Jonathan says with the $5 super chat says, "John the Baptist is obsessed with Pearl. He's been on every single panel this week talking about Pearl's femininity. It's actually a bit weird." Now, to be honest with you, bro, and you know I rock with you, man. I think you actually like her, to keep it real.
I'm only okay. So it's not a matter of like.
You do.
It's not a matter of like.
You like her, man. Come on, man. Listen, man. You know how it is. Come on, man. You know, like when you was in school back in the day, the girl you like, you used a little bumper.
I said what I said, bro.
You like her. Come on, man. Like, stop. I see it. Come on.
I'm only telling you what I'm.
You got a lot of smoke for her, though, man. You got a lot.
You can't see the pitch. You can't see the pitch.
You do that wrong.
Say it again.
Come on, man. Go ahead.
You gotta see the pitch. You gotta see the pitch, bro.
You like her, man. Come on, man.
You gotta see the pitch.
If somebody like Cynthia G said something about black people,
funny, man.
And said that black kids should have been aborted, and black people take that for granted and never censor her, never, took her to task and make sure that she's totally boycotted by every black enterprise. That tells you how as a people we don't have power.
That's what
you see what I'm saying? We have to have the power to put anybody and anybody in check. If our women, we have
to have the desire to it, Nikkei.
That's what I'm saying. We have to have the power and the desire to do that. We have to do that because we cannot allow our women to disrespect our children. We can't allow them to disrespect our men. We have to have all people accountable, regardless of race, regardless of tribe.
I don't disagree with you, but we have to have the desire to enforce the power that we have. And a couple of steps. Yeah. We have to recognize that we're not victims as black people.
Let me read the super chat real quick.
We have to stop.
Crazy how much lighter that hammer of accountability is coming down on Pearl by men in this space in comparison to black women.
Wow. Go ahead. Let's broach that one. Go ahead.
And JB, I see you in the chat. I see what you said in the chat, JB.
Can we broach the super chat, please, guys? Let's broach the super chat. Go ahead. That's why they pay. Let's broach the super chat. Go ahead. Anybody want to broach the super chat? Savage, you want to broach the super chat?
What's the accountability for?
Savage, do you want to broach the super chat?
No, I shouldn't comment on that.
Yeah, you should. Anybody, guys.
I can comment on that. That's exactly what I was saying. We have to hold, no matter who you are, man or woman, black or white.
Mm-hmm.
If you say something that is disrespectful to us, we censor you. We have to enforce it. And if any business doesn't abide by that, we deal with that business. You see what I'm saying? We have to start implementing our powers. I don't care if it's Oprah Winfrey. I don't care who it is or who she is. Cynthia G has to be censored.
All out white women on
Censure her, censure her, because you know what? We cannot be taking bullshit from anybody, especially our women. They should know better. Because the person that knows better is somebody that is the person that's supposed to be punished worse. If Cynthia G said something like that about our children that she's supposed to be having, then we stop her from having access to any media. We cripple her. And when you do that to her, guess what? The next person will learn never to do that shit again.
Okay. All right. Hold on for a second. This might be risky with the $5 super chat. Salute to you, bro. Thank you so much for supporting the Lapeef Network and the Chaotic Truth. Says, I'm surprised that black people are so surprised about two white people talking about how they talk around their dinner tables all the wait a minute. Okay, how they talk around their dinner tables all the time. We do the same. That is definitely facts. I have another super chat. Give me 1 second. Does anybody want to broach this one? Give me a second. Yep.
It's just people
like right now. Would it be a big deal? What's my guy name who got his hand up right there? I can't see his name. Savage, right? So Savage. Man, come on, bro. You know white people don't season their food. This should go viral. Make every white person get outraged against MRM. Let's see if they cancel me. Because you know white people don't season their food. Is there gonna be any outrage? Hey, ain't nobody gonna check me on that? Hey, wait. Don't nobody in the chat or no black people on the
MRM. You know why I'm not gonna check you on that? Because I know your character. I know who you are. I know what you stand for. Your character, because you're consistent on who you are and your messaging. I know that don't apply how you think.
You're right.
So messaging and your words match your actions. So that count. That goes a lot.
Hold on for 1 second.
I want to make a statement real quick on what y'all was saying.
All right, go ahead.
I was just gonna say black people expect for everyone to accept it, and they don't accept that everyone don't expect them to wild the fuck out.
Okay, you gotta watch the F-bomb. Savage, what's up?
Damn it. Sorry.
Well, as the honorary white guy on the panel, one, I make my own hot sauce, but you know, I have free.
Yeah. Hey,
Love that right now.
Savage, market the hot sauce real quick.
No, I don't sell it. It's for me because you know you can't trust white people, so people will want to buy it from me, you know. But at the end of the day, being a white person that has dinner with other white people, and my mixed kids, we don't talk about race. My family don't talk about race. But do you know when I do hear about race though?
When
I go to pick up my son from his mom's side of the family, they talk about race a lot. They comment about who's lighter. They call me pale face. They call me Donald Trump. White folks don't talk about race like that. We just don't.
Yeah. Base Perry, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says, since we are talking accountability, can we name one black woman who apologized to black men in this space? All I can think of is I said what I said with a black woman popping of the neck. Go ahead. Pause, but go ahead. Okay. Black Moses, what's up, man? Hey guys, Real quick, let Black Moses rock it out for a minute. Salute to you, bro. 06. That's a
06.
06. Real quick, sir. What say you about just pearly things or other non-black people? Can they say things or speak about the prime time? He just got here.
Can you hear me?
I barely said anything in a minute. Let me just say.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I don't normally look at the chat, but I just see all these people in the chat. That's just. I don't mind people disagreeing with us, calling us names, whatever. But it's like, I just find it so funny that just we like to talk about how we create everything. Just build your own. We have black apps, plenty of black apps to use. But we use mostly we use Facebook, we use Instagram, we use TikTok, these non-black sectors, saying that stay out of our business, stay out of this and that and the third. But they're gonna come over here and talk smack because we're just speaking the truth. I don't get it.
That's because those black apps are trash, bro. They know their own shit.
Exactly. Their own
features are trash, bro. And they know that they can't even get out of the.
Y'all calling us coons?
I'm gonna drop down to the chat. I gotta go do some things, but
Thank
yo,
you so much. Thank you so much, man. Good seeing you again. Black Moses, what say you? Can non-black people speak on the black community?
You hit me with the link. I don't know the topic. You say pearly things. I saw that pearly things. I don't know who that is. You know, I'm not really on YouTube like that.
It doesn't matter. Just can non-black. What do you feel about non-black people speaking about anything dealing with the black community?
Yeah, black folks talk about everybody else every goddamn day. So
go ahead.
I don't care. I don't know if it was I don't know who said this, but constitutionally, your rights end at the tip of my nose. I remember that. Your rights end at the tip of my nose. You can say you can say what you want to. Is this? Oh, this is Lapeef. Yo, Lapeef. Okay, this is Lapeef.
We just can't use the F-bomb. Just don't use the F-bomb.
Okay.
You can use shit, ass, damn. Go ahead.
Yeah, but like constitutionally, you can say what you want to say about anybody. I pop shit every day about everybody. If freaking Nigerians are parking in the parking lot sideways and messing everything up and can't drive, and the little Mexican women can't drive, oh, I'm talking about them too. Yeah. If the Chinese man at the grocery store don't give me my change right, oh, I'm on his little yellow ass too. Yeah, I'm on all of them. And they can talk about me too. They can talk about me too. We can talk about whoever. Look, let me tell you something. Once you hit these American shores, you are whatever. You're going to be called some names. You got to get used to it. You're going to be called some names. Everybody has a name. They used to call Italians guineas. They called who they call wops, heaves, gooks. They can talk about whatever they want to talk about, but it don't bother me. It don't bother me because hey, I'm an American when it comes down to it, and I'm enjoying this American life. So like I said, I just came in here. I don't really know, but you asked that question. That's my opinion on it.
I got a question for you, bro.
Yeah.
If somebody said something that is racial on your show, and you know it's racial, and you know that half of your audience are going to take it personal, would you check that individual or not?
If somebody says something racist on my show,
yes, and you know,
that's good for my show. Like that
no,
shit.
I'm sorry. I'm saying if you know it's going to piss half of your audience off, would you, like, let's say Cynthia G comes to your show and say that I want all the black women in the United States to start aborting black babies. Are you okay with her saying something like that on your show?
Yeah.
You okay with her saying something like that on your show?
Dude, no filter, man. No filter. Let that shit rip, dude. Why would you be in the, if you're gonna be in a space like that, then you might not need to have a show. Real talk, you might not need to have a show. If you're not gonna let people say what they're gonna say, if you ain't gonna let it rip, you might not need to have a show.
No. That's not what I said. I said if you can't stop people from saying something because you're not inside them to know when it's coming out, right? You don't know what is coming out of them, right? But after the fact, how would you react after the fact?
after the fact of them saying something racial?
Yes, that that is number one, despicable.
Yeah, would you check or not? Yes or no? Would you check her or
Would
not?
you check that individual?
No, man, no. Hey, here's the problem, man. Here's the problem. You all want people to be quiet when it comes to black people.
No,
that's not
people
what
to
we
be
said.
quiet.
No.
Let's stop. You don't want people to speak the truth of what's really in their head. You want them to, because if they don't say the N-word around you, they're gonna say it around each other. Yeah, and I find that offensive, because if you think I'm the N-word or whatever, I want you to let me know that up front so I know who I'm dealing with. And that's the thing. Y'all don't know who you're dealing with until it comes out at a pressure point. They get frustrated. Something happens.
It's killing black children. It's killing black babies. Something of free speech.
Wait, when you say killing black babies, do you mean like, are you talking about the A-word?
Aborting black babies.
I think the pace and the rate in which we're doing that, I think that is I think that's bad. I think that's despicable, the rate in which we have
But if somebody make a comment about it in a very serious note,
if it's true.
No, she's advocating for black kids to be killed. Not that she's making a statement that they are being killed, but she's advocating that black kids should be killed, should be aborted. Black boys, not black kids, but black boys should be aborted. Are you okay with that on your show?
If that's how she really feels, yeah.
Okay.
If that's how she really feels.
I agree with Black Moses. I think with Black Moses, because I think one thing I agree with him is that we cannot censor people's speech and expect them to always be honest. I think people should say what they want to say, how they feel, and be accountable. And then when they say it, we shouldn't get upset when they say it.
No, we're not saying about being upset. We're saying what would be your reaction? What would be your reaction? Not you being upset, but what would be your reaction after the fact?
Oh, well, mine personally, because back in the day, if there wasn't abortions in my life, I think I'd have about 15 kids running around right now, because I was going through them. So when I look back on that, I'm like, whoo, I escaped that. I got out of that one. I made it out of that.
Maybe you should have been more responsible.
Yeah, maybe I should have been. Hey, maybe I should have been. Like I said back then, and me and a lot of other young men, black men, should have been responsible. So yeah, that could be true. But here's the thing about that. We grew up in ignorance, and it's ignorance that's passed down. We didn't get that talk to say, hey man, you don't want to be having kids, because when you start making money, you got to think, there they are. We didn't get that talk. All we was taught was get as many women as you can. And that was ignorant. That was when you look back on it, that's ignorant. So me, myself, when I talk to young men around my way, like if I'm at the barbershop, I advocate, hey, and I say this, I say, dude, the richest man in the world cannot afford child support. So what is your broke ass gonna do if you get caught up on child support? That's what I tell them. I say Bill Gates, the guy that ran Apple, I'll tell them the richest men, if the richest men in the world would put on child support, they couldn't afford it. So if your little broke ass can't even keep a job, what is it gonna be for you when you get somebody pregnant? I advocate not for abortion, but for strict protection. Not just venereal disease, but I don't want a bunch of bastard kids running around.
But the context of what she said, that wasn't because of black kids being aborted because of population control. She said it because she hated the black man. You see the difference?
Wait, so you're talking about a particular person?
A particular person.
It's about Cynthia G, man.
Yeah, she said it. She said it because she found the black man despicable.
Cynthia G is black, though, ain't she?
Yeah, but she hates black men, though.
Well, who cares?
So
bro? That's her platform. Who cares?
Let them say what they want to say. Let them say what they want to say.
Whether somebody cares or not.
No. The reason why I'm saying this, is that if we're going to hold white women accountable, we need to hold black women accountable. We need to hold everybody accountable. You see,
how you gonna do that?
There are many ways to do that. You go after their livelihood. You go after their livelihood. You advocate about it.
No, that's like cancel culture right there.
No,
that's the same rhetoric as cancel culture. I don't like what you're saying, therefore I should go.
If you cut their livelihood, you're pretty much cutting out the livelihood of Black America.
Wait a minute, hey guys, give me 1 second, real quick. I gotta read these super chats. Because I'm a little behind. Adult with the $5 super chat says, "Why would whites talk about race when blacks have never oppressed them? What have blacks ever done to them throughout history in mass?"
Mass murder.
Question. Oh. Anton Daniel says, "Niggas." I tell you. And the real Pookie says, "JTB, your girl had abortion. Stop the cap." Now, real quick, Bumpkin, you just came to the panel. Bumpkin, can whites or non-black people, could be Indians, Arabs, are they allowed to speak about the black community? Keep it real.
Absolutely, because we are Americans. And I hate to say it, but your communities affect the outer collective. If my kids can't walk through your fucking neighborhoods without being robbed, can't walk through your neighborhoods without being shot, without being robbed, then that is a greater community danger than just your communities. If you silence other people from not being able to talk about what's going on in these communities, they will never change. They will always stay the same. We live in a collective. We are in a collective American society. You can't silence people that live in the collective American society because you don't like the color of their skin. That's not how this works.
And that's the problem. And that's the problem. See, because we got a lot of stuff going on in our communities, especially at the lower end of our communities, that tears us all up. But when it comes to that, we're all like this. Shh, yeah, we killing each other. We gang banging. We selling dope. We raping. We doing all of this. But don't say nothing because we don't want them folks to know. They already know it. They're just ignoring you. Have you ever read The Invisible Man, Ralph Ellison?
Yeah.
In society, but the greater society ignores you as a whole. All they got to do is stop giving you, like they did Farrakhan when he tried to do that Million Man March, like the last one he tried to do, and they didn't put him on any networks. What happened? Nobody cared.
Yep.
Nobody cared. So all they have to do is just ignore you, which is what they pretty much do anyway. They silent boycott you in economics. They silent boycott you as far as in all aspects. They ignore you for the most part, but you want to be quiet about it because you don't want people to know what's going on in your own house. And your own house is a mess.
Hey, Black Moses, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Quick question. Let's just say Farrakhan died today, right? He passed away today, right?
Yeah.
How much the black tears? How much you think that's gonna be fake?
A lot of it, because you know what? When I was coming up in the 90s, when I was coming up in the 90s, Farrakhan was big. He was inspirational, and we got a lot from his speeches. But as he's gotten older, people from that same black community are starting to talk down on him, saying he ain't the Farrakhan he used to be and all that other stuff. The man is almost 90 years old, and now you're coming down on him. So yeah, we eat our own. Our community implodes every day. It implodes every day, but we don't know it from a macro level because we're like this. So yeah, put all the dirt out, let it all be known. Let the world know we are a mess. We are a mess not only in America, we are a mess worldwide. We are a mess.
Savage,
go ahead.
Savage, go ahead.
I agree with everything Black Moses was saying on the panel today. But the other thing that people aren't taking, like when he was talking about them blocking out Farrakhan, you have to realize that's a different class. So like this idea that we keep equating the power structure to the everyday person that you run across is a problem. Like most of the people you're going to walk upon care because most people care. Most people are just like you. But the issue that you have is like when in that interview when he talked about the thing being exaggerated about the Holocaust and she was working it through her brain and then she said, okay, well, kind of like Roots. Like she was clearly thinking. But the fact of the matter is because people get in their feelings, like this stuff is going to stop. Whatever fixing like the abortion rates or any of the problems that any of us can agree that are going on, you can't get any ground with it if you're going to get hurt about even someone trying to rationalize a thought. Like it wasn't like he said that I think the Holocaust was exaggerated. And her next comment was, all right, so we should kill blacks. Like that wasn't what happened. She was rationalizing a comment that he had said about something similar that was a cow that you couldn't talk about. And then people got in their feelings. Like we have to have reasonable conversations. Like if someone was to come out here and say white people married a bunch of their cousins, I'm not going to come out here and be mad and try to boycott like some black business. Like it's in West Virginia, that's what they did. There was like 13 families in the whole state. Like that's how it worked. But if you were to make the reverse, you would have all sorts of black folks get upset if a white guy said that about black folks and try to cancel them. And like the issue is we have to quit. Like we have to start looking at the problems and trying to work on those problems. That's all.
Real quick, thank you so much. For the gentleman in the back, you're gonna have to get on camera. Juan Solo. Black Holmes, what say you about the question, are other races allowed to speak about the black community?
Oh yeah, Blake Holmes, Blake.
Oh, Blake, sorry. Yeah, Blake.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree with the brother on top that's next to you. I don't know his name, but with the Mavericks hat on, I agree with him 100%, because you as black folks, sometimes we could be a little bit too sensitive, man. I mean, just keep it real. Like, and then I think I heard in reference to Pearly things, I seen a couple of her podcasts in the past, and I heard something about her story, like her upbringing, on another video. And the fact that she just kind of hustled her way into the business, I mean, I can't be mad at that either, to be honest with you. She's a straight up businesswoman. I mean, I think she called Kevin Samuels, paid him for a consultation. She called some other guys and paid for consultations to get insight on things. So she's a businesswoman. Why you mad at that?
Yeah.
It's really easy for people to not understand that she is a businesswoman, and a lot of people that do YouTube or really any content creating all are business people. They're in it to make money. She saw an untapped market with the whole MGTOW stuff, and she seeked it out and she conquered it. And now she's going into the whole dissident right with Nick and all of that, and she's probably going to conquer that too. So, I mean, she goes where the money is.
Yeah.
She sees an untapped market and she wants it.
I think it's disingenuous for anybody to call Pearl racist. I don't think she's racist at all. I've repeated that many times. I don't think she's racist. I only said that there was no pushback. That's it. But if anybody calls her a racist, that person is just crazy out of their mind. She's not racist.
Pearl is a little naive. She's an opportunist and she's a profiteer, just like everybody else on YouTube.
Yeah.
And she's successful. And we all saw the video or whatever. I mean, I don't think she's a blatant racist. We had 3 black content creators who spent a week with her: MTR, Maggie the substitute teacher, and Melanie King. When you spend time with a person, you talk to them, they put you up. Does anybody understand how much energy it takes to hate somebody? right? It takes energy it takes energy to be a racist. It takes energy to hate a race of people because you have to remind yourself why you hate them and why you're about them. She hires black people. I mean, is she the biggest chameleon we ever seen? Because there's no way she could pull it off. And I don't even want to sound like I'm an apologist for her. If I was around a person that much time, I would get the vibe if they were really a person that I didn't want to be around. It's hard to hide that shit. She's a naive chick who has expanded way beyond her intelligence level right now, and she needs to catch up. And that's about it. But but that's not even our biggest issue. As a black manosphere, the way we reacted to her is disgraceful. That's it. And that's all I
got no probation for the gun in there.
The real Pookie with the $5 super chat. Let me read this real quick, guys. Give me 1 second. I don't know where it went. You know what? Jonathan Barronville with the $5 super chat says black men are responsible for a large majority of the violent crimes in America, while we're making up a small percentage of the population. Please stop lying. And also, the real Pookie says Jonathan Barronville, every ethnicity gets harmed by their own. Oh, okay. So that's why Jonathan said that. Anybody want to broach that? Black Moses, go ahead. And
yeah, somebody in the chat spoke to me and they said y'all are talking about just partly things. I guess that's what the just person's name is.
Just Pearly.
So if let me get it right. It's a now I'm getting the gist of it. It's a white chick,
right, yeah,
that says something about black folks.
No.
Black folks. She didn't say nothing about black folks.
With the $5 super chat says, why would whites talk about race when black?
Go ahead, Black Moses.
Well, she said something that I guess disturbed black folks. Can I say that?
Jesus Christ, to say the least.
Okay,
not even that. She basically had a conversation with somebody that sensitive people don't like.
Now I know Nick. I'm just like Kanye. When Kanye said he liked some things about Hitler, he liked. There are some things about Nick Fuentes I like.
Yep.
And the first thing is brutal honesty.
Yep.
Brutal honesty. That's it in a nutshell when it comes to him. I like him. I like the My Pillow guy. I love the My Pillow guy when he goes off on his rants. What's the My Pillow guy name? You know what I'm talking about?
His name's Mike something.
Yeah, I like him too. When he go off on his rants, oh, I just have a ball. But let me say about the just partly pearly things. The I guess the white lady that got y'all in arms. All through my young life, you know who has benefited me the most, just individually? I mean, my old man kind of took. I watched my old man. He had a barbecue place, real estate. Left us in good hands when he passed. So, but individually, you know who has benefited me the most? White women. It's been white women. And I've had all types of women, but it's white women. I remember when I was young, I just got back home and I was working this job and something happened to my car while I was living across from this white girl that we would talk occasionally. And she saw that I was having car trouble. Not only did she take me to work in the morning for a whole week, she had her brother and her uncle come and get my car and repair whatever was wrong with it for nothing. And I was thinking like, damn, I didn't know my pimp hand was that strong. But that she and all through my work life, I've worked in corporate America for a while now. Every time I benefit, it's because some white woman is looking out for me within that world. And I'm not saying white men don't, but just white women and just talking, having conversations and all that. They love the conversation and all that. I think with us black men, our first approach to everything when it comes to women is physical. It's carnal. So when a black woman doesn't succumb to you in a physical manner, now you start saying these things like we need to get our women under control and all this other stuff. You need to control yourself, because for the most part, I don't pursue women on that end. I know I'm gonna get it regardless because of the way I carry myself. It's not an issue. That's the main thing when I hear you guys saying we need to control these women, we need to control our women. You're not in control of yourself, because when you control yourself, the women will come around when you got your stuff together and everything. Like, they'll come around. You'll get to enjoy it. But for all you guys that are struggling with women, it's because you're struggling with yourself. And when you're struggling with yourself, you're struggling in life. Regardless of the color of the woman and regardless of what she says. I've been around women that have said things on a cross-racial level, and it never bothered me, because a lot of times what they're saying is true. And I yield. Yeah.
All in all, it seemed like it is a thing where there is I can talk about my mama, but you can't. So I can talk and say these things about my own race, but another race can't.
I think this is the way I say it. If you don't have people advising you for your stupidity, right, you're going to be bound to be stupid the rest of your lives. So if you are doing wrong, people have to say it. If you're doing right, people have to say it, regardless of race, age, or gender. People have to be able to tell you the truth, and you should be able to receive criticism as well.
Which is why that when black people are behind closed doors and they think to themselves, they know that this is not that big of a deal like they're making it.
That's right. But the thing is this also. So adding to that is this:
deal at all.
If you as a black man is acting criminal out there, white people should call you out on your shit. They should be able to do that.
Yeah.
Because one thing that we do is this. I've seen it a lot. People always say, mind your business. Mind your business is individualism. Individualism is what destroyed the black community today.
That's why we love Karens.
Life is collective. So we function in collectivity. We work as a group, and we conquer as a group. So when you cannot protect the front line, somebody should call you out. If you are out there in the forest or in the desert, by being a lone person, you cannot put up a fight. But with group, you can fight and succeed. And you can be able to make a lot of things, make things happen, build community, build wealth, and have wealth transfer. You can't be the manufacturer and the producer and the consumer and the retail. You can't be all that by yourself. You need people, you need numbers. So if we do bad, we should be called out by every race. Every race should be able to criticize us as long as they don't make it racial. That's the only thing I'm talking about. Criticize black man.
Folks should be grown enough to take criticism without getting in their feelings. I mean, if it applies, then it applies.
That's right. That's right.
Let me read this real quick. Adult Talks with a $5 super chat says, WS been hiring blacks or white supremacy, I guess, been hiring blacks for years for their own benefit. The NFL, NBA, Elon Musk, sharecroppers. Do I need to go on? This is a weak talking point. Does anybody want to broach this super chat?
That's a weak argument right there.
Yes, it is.
That's a weak argument right there, because you're basically saying that nobody don't need to work for anybody then, because white supremacy is hiring for their own benefit. If that's the case, a black owner is hiring for his own benefit. When they're not black slave owners back in the day, they had black slaves.
I wouldn't even entertain this
a whole lot of them.
They love bringing up the past. They love bringing up the past when they can play victim, but then they ignore the parts that it was also black people doing this too. Weren't there not tribes in Africa that was selling their captives? Wasn't the homie tribe the one they made the women king off of? When they not after the French told them to stop.
They still doing it today. We're giving too much energy to the stupid question. We're giving too much energy to that question. Just because I hire you doesn't make me a supremacist. I mean, it's just dumb. Let's move on to something more productive. It's a dumb question. Go ahead. My man got his hand up already.
I honestly think the whole like supremacy thing is just like a mute talking point, because in all reality, like, in order to be a supremacist, you'd have to be actively doing things to make your class or your race better. But like the elites in this country make it to where they're the elites. it's not like one race or the other. Like they
It's a class
segregate.
system.
Yeah, they segregate all the common folk. So like the whole idea of white supremacy in 2023 is kind of like a 1890 talking point. Like it's not like it's not like it was back in the day. Like the average income is $50K a year. If the country's mostly black or mostly white, then just as many white folks are making the average income as everybody else. Like it's a mute talking point.
Can I ask y'all a question? Have y'all ever noticed in all of history when a tyranny or a dictator, when he's running a country, what do you mostly see that's promoted in their articles and in their media? More about him and his reign, right? So if it was really white supremacy, why they're not supporting the KKK? Why you don't see KKK banners around saying the KKK is for everyone or things like that? If it's such a system of supremacy, why would they keep it such a secret if they know they would be benefiting from America? Because when the Nazis, when they did their thing, they were promoting their thing. They weren't trying to keep it a secret.
That's a good point.
You know what? I mean, what? And here's my thing. I don't even want to sound like an apologist, but the one thing you got to give white people credit for is that there was enough white people in America who believed in the dream. I mean, they did a lot of dastardly shit, man, but there was enough white people to believe in the dream of an America where it mostly was for white people, but the Constitution was so broad it could fit a lot of people. And all I'm just saying, if we had they went through the genocidal period, they went through the slave period, but the period we're in now, how do we justify that if they didn't want it to happen in some way, shape, form, or fashion? You got all the guns, got all the power. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just trying to tell black folks, how do we move forward, even in the situation that we're in? We got racists and we got this, we got that. But here we have a whole population of black folks. We're killing each other off in a lot of ways, not by murder, but by abortion, by deletion, by baby deletion. But we're still here. We got executives and all that. How does that happen? And do we need to focus on racism? Or do we need to focus on classism? Or do we need to focus on what do we need to do to move forward for the children that we're going to leave behind?
Guys, I gotta end it in a couple of minutes, but Savage, go ahead. Thank you so much, Art Payne. Any last words from everybody else? Go ahead, Savage. Savage, you're froze now. Can you hear us? Juan Solo, and Blake.
Sorry, I just want to tell folks, man, get out of your feelings, man. Stop making assumptions and find out what it really is. Why would you allow other people with sensitive emotion and ideologies control what you think and say? I mean, these people really got y'all out here looking like y'all in a different world, pro-black, but y'all really pro-dumb because yet y'all not doing nothing. Y'all not doing nothing to make the situation better. And that's all I gotta say. Y'all have a good one.
No, hey, before you leave, Juan Solo, before you leave, real quick, what did you think about Bronny James in that slam dunk contest? Let's be honest.
I didn't even get a chance to see it. I'm not no LeBron fan. I'm not no LeBron James fan like that. I mean,
talking about his son. Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Juan Solo, for coming through, man. Who else do we have? Any last words? Blake Holmes, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I think what I would say, man, as it relates to, I guess, the topic overall, I think what it boils down to is classism, to be honest.
Yeah.
And what we need to focus on as black men is just getting your shit together, basically. Because once you do that, I keep going to my man up top. What he said earlier, it's the truth. Like once you have your own issue together, it's just little stuff like this don't even really bother you, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's like no big deal. You got to focus on you as a man and make yourself the best version of you. And then you create your own vibe. And you ain't really worried about, the other petty shit.
Thank you so much. And real quick, though, Blake, did you see Bronny James in that slam dunk contest? Keep it real.
Honestly, no, I didn't.
Okay. Thank
I
you.
did.
Come back next week, bro. Thank you so much for coming through, Blake. Ash with the $100 super chat. Get the Deion Sanders must be the money. Yeah. You know, ever since I turned pro in 1989, when I signed that dotted line, it was strange. Most things change for the better and the worse, baby. Must be the money. Deion Sanders. For all of you young people who don't know, Deion Sanders had a few rap songs back in the day. Ash says, just pearly things, did not say anything disturbing in my opinion. Nick Fuentes was speaking a lot of facts. If you are interested in geopolitics and world history, correct. The problem was the wrong type of interview departure for just pearly things and talking points. Curveball, wrong pitch for the audience. Okay, I could understand that. Does anybody want to broach this super chat real quick?
Yeah, I would say this real quick. He's right. If you look at world history,
Go ahead, sir.
you got to conquer a country to protect your own country. You either take over that country to take resources from them, to expand your own country. So the world is a jungle. You got to understand that it's a jungle. So everybody has to take from somebody. So the rich has to take from the middle class, has to take from the poor. I'm sorry. That's what the world is. So it's a jungle. Nick Fonte is right. He's right. I'm not saying that it's not right, but when you add racial connotation to what you're saying, that's a problem.
Savage.
He's right. Like, I guess there's a lot of emotional men in the manosphere that can't deal with things that they don't like. I guess I just don't know how, like, a guy that was literally with Kanye West like a month ago at the big Trump interview, all of a sudden there's a problem with him now interviewing just pearly things. Like, I don't understand.
Does anybody else want to broach Ash's super chat before I go to the next super chat? Okay. Jonathan Barronville, thanks, man, so much again. And Ash, thank you so much again, man. And also thank you for serving the country, sir, and providing for my freedoms, man. Jonathan says, take a look at these numbers. This is the FBI crime report. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for the $5 super chat. Any last word? Oh, I got another super chat. The real Pookie been coming through with the super chats. Says Jonathan Barronville, this proves my point. Stop being too smart. Any last words, Arpang? Let me get you up out of here. Go ahead, sir.
No, man, good show. Thanks for letting me up. I think one of the things we need to do is figure out what we want to do to move forward as men in this space, knowing that we have women who are, I guess, invited guests who have some of our talking points. Yeah. But we got to make sure that we don't let them try to steal the narrative, because it's up to us and not them. And we, as a Black manosphere, we need to be able to handle the influences of people who we don't consider Black, because we don't live in a vacuum. We gotta progress, no matter what those outside pressures are, and move forward. And what kind of, as we stand up and take our rightful position into the new community that we have to develop. You know, how are we going to do that in the construct of being a part of the American diaspora? Because all of this bullshit about separatism and all that shit is not going to work. Right? You're right. And I told this to some other people, and I'm going to shut up on this one. Black people are the only fucking people in America who care about integration. Nobody really cares about that but us. The big I word is a Black thing. Nobody else cares about that. You know?
Two questions.
I'm sorry for that for you, but that's
no. Two questions for you. Did you see little Bronny James in his dunk contest? And what did you think?
I didn't see the dunk contest, but I seen him dunk.
Okay. And second question. On a scale of 1 to 10, what was Michelle Pfeiffer in the 1980s?
She was a babe. I would have crossed over.
Yeah, I thought so. Salute to you, Arpang. Good talking to you, man. I'm sorry for giving you all the smoke today, but thank you so much, man.
Okay, take it
absolutely. Akine, what's up, man? Any last words, my good sir? Thank you so much for coming through, man.
You're welcome. My last word is this. As Black people, we should not be scared of globalization because most of us are very scared of globalization. We don't want to be judged, but we like to judge others. Somebody was making a comment about certain thing from a different show, and I told them, Black people have to start going beyond the United States. The Europeans came to Africa and they took from Africa. They went to Asia. They went all over the world to get something to finance their own place. We should start going other places. Black Americans cannot stay in America anymore. Go other places, try to find wealth. There is wealth all over the world. United States cannot be a country on its own because America itself doesn't really have that much resource. The resource of America comes from all over the world. Half of the trees in America are not even American trees. They were imported. So you have to go outside this country and seek wealth. Go outside this country to invest and bring the money here. So don't restrict yourself. Go beyond this place.
Before I let you go, sir, and thank you so much for coming in. Please come back to my show next Tuesday. Who's the most prettiest white actress you've ever seen, my good sir?
The most prettiest white actress I've ever seen? I would say, let me be a little nasty. I would say Sharon Stone.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, good. Thank you so much, Akinde. Thank you so much for coming through, man. Positivity is definitely coming your way, man. Let's see here. RG_Purdue with the $5 super chat says, we talk about others all the time, but hate when others talk about us. Ooh, facts. I agree. And Ash, again, thank you so much, man. The Lapeef Network, Chaotic Truth Live, man, we really appreciate you, Ash. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. If it were not for people like you, my good sir, we would be speaking Mandarin. Thank you so much. Or Russian. Thank you so much for serving the country. It says support Lapeef Network 100%. Hit the like button. If interested, BGS, the master teacher, did a great explanation on the Just Pearly thing interview and Nick Fuentes interview from a geopolitical point of view. Thank you so much again, Ash, for the super chat. Guys, thank you guys so much again in the chat. Hit the like button if you have not. If you are mad at me, if you hate me, if you are upset with what I believe in my support of Just Pearly Things, please put a 1 in the chat or write a comment about me hating. Imagine No Colors, you were in and out.
I was in and out. I'm sorry. Hello. I just want to say this really quickly that I agree with Pearly. I have nothing that what I don't like is she came out and she apologized. I believe in standing on my word and what I believe in. It's sad to me that we are in 2023 and we are still crying about racism. It's so sad.
Yeah.
Like my problem, and I'm gonna say this because I know you got to go, but
no, go ahead. You got the floor. Go
like
ahead.
the guy said, he said when you got so much going on, that little thing that she said, it don't bother you. Like fix what you can fix. People have their own opinion, and we are grown men are crying. If any of my husband's on this panel crying about what a woman said, we'll have to go to counseling. Because it's embarrassing. It's. Can you guys hear me? I think he hung up. Can you guys hear me? I can't.
I hear you. I hear you.
Okay,
Yeah, we can hear you.
It's very embarrassing that we are still crying and kicking our feet, talking about we need to make her pay. And like, I'm gonna say this. It don't matter what color you are. I'm for good. I'm not for bad. I don't stand on no racism. No one's gonna make me feel like a victim. No one stopped me from owning 3 businesses, 2 homes, not one white person. So we gotta stop crying. Fix what we can fix. And nothing she said was racist. It's actually facts. It's facts that any other people come from other countries come to America, they work way harder than us. Who's standing outside selling oranges and flowers? It's Hispanics. We too cool to do that. We would never do that because, it don't fit the agenda. You got to have on gold chains. You got to be rapping. You got to be sagging. That's what's cool to us. It's not cool to stand on the corner and sell oranges and flowers. Those people come over here from different countries and they take advantage of it. We're here, been born here, haven't taken no advantage of it, and all we're doing is crying and kicking, and we want somebody to hand us some money. Go work. Nobody other race is crying about that, but blacks. But I know you guys got to go. It's sad. It's sad.
Thank you so
It's very
much.
sad.
Now, Imagine No Colors, before you go, did you happen to see little Bronny James in his dunk contest?
He's overrated.
Oh,
he got players on his team that's way better than him, but because he's LeBron, the house I call him the house man. Something else I want to say, but I don't use that term. He's overrated. They need to look at the other guys. They got some guys on his team is way better than him. He's overrated. He's not that good. I think the younger son may be better.
that's who I was talking about. I was talking about little Bronny. I was talking about little Bronny. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Bronny.
Yeah, little Bronny. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The oldest son is overrated to me. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's what I kind of thought.
keep thinking. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had them mixed up. I'm so sorry.
Thank you so much, Imagine No Colors.
But I'll see you guys later. I'll be back on your panel.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Ash again with the $5 super chat says, love you, Courtney Michelle, with the love of Jesus Christ. Facts. Just Pearly Things should never have apologized to the Mizab. Guys, this has been a great show. Excuse me. Excuse me. This has been a great show. I'm glad that you guys have come through. Any last words? Savage, you've been rocking it out all day with me. Any last words, sir?
Yeah. I don't think she said anything wrong. I agree a lot with what Nick Fuentes says. I do think we need to eliminate so much immigration. We need to control the amount of people that come into the country. We also need to control the border because it's going to take away economic power for the people that are in this country. And any of the people in the lower class that are trying to move up aren't going to be able to if there's more people that are willing to work for less. Mm-hmm. And also, I disagree with him because I disagree with him being Catholic or him wanting a monarch. But when it comes to us taking care of the nation and stuff, I do agree with that. And I just have a question. Why is it that nobody has the same heat for Kevin Gates when he said that the history of slavery isn't true? The slaves were the natives, and that his people have been here since before 1619. He openly said that, but no one had the energy for him.
Yeah,
which would mean that slavery was exaggerated if they were already here, right? So anybody questioning the myth or the idea of what we're told to be accurate, I don't think it's that big of a deal. And the same way you devil with a mixed baby. Yes, I have 2 mixed kids, and I'm moving my one mixed son out of Cleveland out to where mostly white people live, so he quits getting picked on because he's mixed. I just don't get why people are so mad about some woman. She didn't even come up off black entertainment. She has black folks that work with her, and she hired black folks, and but she's not talking about black women and weaves or any of the stereotypes that you see in the black manosphere. O'Shea always talks about weaves and sandling it up. You never heard her talk about that. You never heard her say that. Even the people that make her thumbnails, she pays someone to do that. So all her thumbnails are from someone else. So I don't get it. But thank you for having me up here. Much love.
Savage, real quick before you leave. Did you see little Bronny James in his dunk contest? Okay.
Nope, I don't watch sports.
Okay. Thank you so much, Savage, for coming through, man. Thank you. Guys, Savage was rocking it out. Guys, thank you guys so much for coming through. Everybody on the panel, all the super chats. Man, thank you guys so much for supporting the Lapeef Network. Me. I know a lot of people are going to be mad at me. I know a lot of you are going to be mad and upset at me. You're going to
Man, if I see chaotic, man, I'm gonna slam him. I'm gonna punch him. You ain't doing nothing. It's just my opinion. My views don't. The views that I have are my views. They're not the Lapeef Network's views. I practice freedom of speech all the time, and I agree with Just Pearly Things. And salute to Just Pearly Things for for just keeping it real. Ivan, what say you, sir, about today, man?
I'm gonna go and try to find out about the Just Pearly Things and what she said. But what I took from this show a lot is I heard that phrase, I'm not on a lot, but I heard that phrase Black Manosphere. And I remember the red pill. I remember you used to talk about that, the red pill.
Yeah.
And my impression of them is that they're just a bunch of black dudes who couldn't get numbers at the club. And they complained about it in the parking lot. That's what I get from the Black Manosphere. Because we have dudes like that. And these same dudes, they done got older and they still can't win with these women. So they still complaining and they trying to find these control mechanisms for these women. I've never had that problem, so I can identify. So I guess I'm not a manosphere type of guy or Black Manosphere type of guy. But let me tell you something, man. My dad, I came up in Texas. We're in Texas. My dad owned a barbecue restaurant in the 60s in East Dallas, which was like near a part of town called White Rock. It was very white, white established people. He owned a barbecue restaurant in the 60s. He owned property, owned 4 properties. He sold 2, and he kept 2, which my mom got, and they go. So these issues, a lot of them, I'm not saying I'm privileged or privileged. I'm just saying my dad worked hard.
Yeah.
So, and I grew up all black neighborhood. Every school I went to, all black. But I'm not just speaking for myself. Everybody in that neighborhood, we had dads, they either worked or they owned businesses.
Yeah.
And it wasn't no Black Manosphere. The dads in our neighborhood didn't come out all together and meet up at the street and talk about how they gonna control their women. Because the women was in the house cooking.
Yeah.
So it applies universally, because if you can just like I said, handle yourself, women are not a problem. But your pursuit of that physical aspect from women, that's the problem. That is the problem.
Yeah.
And I don't care I don't even think I'm gonna go check it out. I don't think I'm gonna go listen to it. Because
you should, though. You should.
I should. Okay, because I'm really not interested, because it just don't apply to my life. And also, as far as black folks here in Texas, I'm in Dallas, dude. I go to the Mexican hoods. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I got a partner that's Mexican, and I go to the Mexican. It's beautiful. Their own restaurants, stores, insurance offices, anything you could think of is right there in their neighborhoods, their communities. They don't have to go out. The same, we have a Asian community that's kind of further north. Same thing. You hit a certain part of that area, all Asian grocery stores, Asian letters on the buildings. Asian restaurants, Asian banks, the letters are on the building. They don't need to go outside their neighborhood and try to mix and try to cape with the white folks just to feel like they're relevant. They don't need them. Black folks, you are maybe 10% now. You keep saying 13%, but you may be about 10% of the population now. And like the old pimp movie, Willie Dynamite, how the old pimp said, Willie, we need to collectivize. We need to collectivize, and not in this unity type of way. If this brother opens up a bank, this brother opens up a grocery store, this brother opens up an insurance company, it's a whole community where you don't need to go outside of your community to feel worth it, to feel worth something, because it's all around you. Like I said, a lot of black men in our neighborhood at first, Mr. Phillips owned the restaurant, Mr. Gross had the candy store, Mr. Robinson had the meat market. Man, it was just, that's what I grew up seeing. The only thing that ruined us was when somebody rolled a big ball of crack through the neighborhood. That's what took the neighborhoods down. So I'm just saying, if you just focus on you, quit focus on trying to control your women, because a woman will know when you ain't in control of yourself. A woman will know that you are what we call a simp. She'll know if you're a trick. She'll know if you're a lame. A woman will know that, and she will treat you accordingly. Even if you're trying to control, we need to get our women under control. Nah, bro, get yourself under control. I can live with them or without them. I did my thing, and somebody said I got 15 bodies. I didn't do it. Those were women that chose to do that. That wasn't me. Yeah, that didn't have nothing to do with me. Yeah, that ain't me. They chose to do it. Luckily.
Real quick, I got two questions. Did you see little Bronny James in his dunk contest at the All-American McDonald's?
I don't care. I support my light-skinned brother, Steph Curry, Thompson. I support my light-skinned brother. So if one of my little light-skinned brothers went in that dunk contest, I ain't looking. I ain't trying to see what these blackies doing. They've been dunking.
They're kids, though, man. What are you talking about? These are little kids, man.
I thought you was focused on LeBron. You said Bronny.
No, little Bronny, the boy, the son. Yeah.
No. I didn't see him, and I wouldn't care anyway. I wouldn't care anyway. We got enough hoopers around here I can see every day and worry about Bronny or whatever you call it. No, I ain't worried about that.
Since we're talking about non-black people, particularly just pearly things, who is the hottest white woman of the 80s?
The 80s. 80s.
And I would say the 80s because that's the hottest generation of white women, I think, ever. But yeah.
I'm gonna give you two that I remember. Three. I'm gonna give you three. One was my own little fantasy. She used to be the one that I would, kind of rub one out on when I was younger. But it was It was a chick named Bo Derek. It was Bo Derek.
Okay.
It was a movie called 10. If you ever see this old school movie called 10, she starred in it. Bo Derek, Suzanne Summers from Three's Company.
Summers.
Yeah,
Yep.
Three's Company. And then my secret little fetish was Elvira. Remember Elvira, Mistress of the Dark? Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. She used to wear this little outfit that showed the cleavage. She had the long black wig. She was like this scary movie lady. She had this show where she showed scary movies. Her name was Elvira. But that was a fantasy. That was my fantasy right there. But I used to go off on some Elvira and some Vaseline.
Sir, I think you're forgetting what. Okay, thank you so much.
No, I'm sorry. This is Lapeef.
Hey, Ivan, salute to you. Thank you for coming through. Hopefully, you come through next week or next Tuesday on the Lapeef Network. 06, bro. Yeah.
06, man. Keep it tight.
Absolutely. Peace. Red Stick Reloaded with the $5 super chat says, yes, we have our own issues, but I'll be damned if I need a snowflake to tell me how bad we are. And the Gates is a whole deception. Talking about Kevin Gates, the rapper. Thank you so much, Red Stick Reloaded. Positivity is definitely coming your way. Who else do we have? We have Jonathan Barronville with the $5 super chat. Says, chaotic. Please let him know that white folks don't like white pookies. The moment they say those face tattoos, they'll be calling the boys in the blue. Yes, and and Savage has spoken about his face tats before. Let's see here. I wish I would have saw the super chat while he was up here. Sorry about that, Jonathan. My apologies. Let me see. Courtney called me a coon. God damn it. Courtney, come on. I'm a coon? How? How am I a coon, Courtney? Damn. Courtney called me a coon. Ash says CT for President 2028. Thank you so much, Ash. Positivity is coming to you. Let me see, man. This has been a great live stream. Come back. What time will King Talk be on? I believe normally, what is it, 10 o'clock? 10:15 p.m. So come to King Talk. The conversation or the title will be, what's the reason why so many men or many of us end up with the wrong person? That is at 10:15 p.m. Oh, wait a minute, Savage. Go ahead, real quick, Savage. I gotta hurry get you up out of here, Savage.
Yeah. I know I'm a white pookie. That's why I got 2 baby moms, 2 felonies, and a wife. Like, I know I lived in East Cleveland. Like,
yeah, East Cleveland's
I'm a
pretty bad.
Pookie. Like, 79th and Kinsman at Garden Valley. Like, I understand what it's like to live in the hood and live around black folks and be a white dude. That's why I got mixed kids. So, like, I'm not the average white dude that has a silver spoon. I made mistakes in life. But I took accountability for my actions, and now I bought my family a house out in the suburbs. Like, everyone can do it. I have a criminal history. Every time you run my tag, you see it. It's super long. First arrest was at 16. I'm 34 as of Thursday. If you change your life and you get your mindset right, things will come to you and not be a problem. Like, being a victim is the issue. Being sensitive about stuff is the issue. I'm an electrician now. I got 4 kids and a wife. I'm working on my 5th kid. I make over $100K a year. Like, I didn't graduate high school. I'm a convicted felon. Like, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. You just have to take accountability. Much love.
Thank you so much, Savage. Savage came back to address Jonathan Barronville's super chat. Ash says Courtney for vice president 2028. Salute to you, Courtney. I would put Courtney on my ticket. I definitely would. I would put her on my ticket. Allah says, Allah about Jones says, I love that, or I love what Pearl brings to the game. I also understand she's white, and sometimes her views may differ from mine. I also value Courtney for bringing issues to the forefront. Salute to you. Who else do we have in the building? We have, Savage again. Savage with the $20 super chat says, much love to the network. Shout out. Work together, we can grow. Dang, Savage came through with the panel today. Thank you so much again, Savage, for pretty much being here the entire time, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Who else is in? It was a lot of people in the chat today, guys. And my apologies if I couldn't get to all of the chat people, but there's a lot of people talking. The super chats take priority. Salute though. Let me see. Bahaso says Chipotle guac is overrated, y'all. Ooh, I don't know about that one. You know what? Honestly, I beg to differ on that one. But salute to you though. Good point. I like Chipotle's guacamole. Let me see. Oh, and Savage said he's from, he lived in East Cleveland. If anybody does not know, East Cleveland is a small suburb in the northeastern Ohio area, suburb of Cleveland. Very, very, very. I don't want to. It's. He's right. Put it this way. It's not Asgard from the Marvel Comics cinematic universe. That's all I can say about it. Let me see. Savage came through again with the $5 super chat. Says, I support Chicago Rilla and Anton Daniels and Logic. Okay. I know, Alexandria. It is delicious. Yeah, it is. It is. Let me see here. Who else dropped some super chats? Oh yeah, here we go. Pollard with the $20 super chat says, civilized is defined as an advanced stage of social and cultural development. Our women have refused to put leadership and integrity over arousal. Wow, that's a good point. They made babies and choices. You can't build communities with broken homes. Pollard, if you are still in the chat, my good man, do me a favor, and thank you so much for the super chat. Look up the Kardashev scale. Look up the Kardashev scale of civilization. I think you'll be very interested in that. Thank you so much, Pollard, for the $20 super chat. We got Savage Red again. Thank you so much again. Savage Red says, much love to Black Moses. Thank you so much again, Savage Red, for again joining the panel and dropping them designs today in the super chat. Tarus, another Cleveland guy, says, CT, my guy. Tarus, thank you so much, man. Positivity is definitely coming your way, man. Hope all is well with you and yours. Thank you so much. Barnabas, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Don't die. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Here for the T says 06 is the year their fraternity was started. Yes, 1906. At Cornell University. Ivy League school, by the way. Let me see. I can't believe Courtney said I was a coon. Damn. Let me see. Jonathan says, talk your shit, Pookie, to Savage. Oh, wow. Let me see, man. What's going on? Oh, True Table says, Courtney gonna have the whole White House flocking with the black folks. No, she's not. Not if I'm president. No, she's not. No. Negroes tear up stuff. No. I'll be the first one to say, hey, get these Negroes up out of here. If I'm gonna be president and she's gonna be vice president. Wild One says, interesting. The 80s had beautiful white women. It seems like the 90s had the most beautiful black women. I don't know, man. I think it's a toss-up, actually. I think it was I see that. But the reason why I kept saying the 80s was because I believe that the 80s had the the 80s had actually beautiful women on TV and in the movies. Oh, those some beautiful white women back in the 80s. Thank you so much, Chicago Rilla, for coming through too, guys. Please, if you don't like me, if you hate me, put a 1 in the chat. If you are a hater, let me see. Savage again with the $5 super chat says Garden Valley. Oh yeah, worst projects in Cleveland. 79th to Kinsman. Whoa, only white in the projects. Yeah. Garden Valley is so bad even blacks don't live there or don't even want to go there. But Savage, yeah. Garden Valley, I agree. Pollard said, say it again. Let me see. O'Shea says, chaotic, you a coon, you a possum. Come on. Lead says, shaking my head, you a coon. You coons love all manner of devils, even poor white. Come on, don't say that, Lead. But he means poor white trash. That's what PWT stands for. No, I want to hear people out. I don't care. I just want to hear people out. That's just me. Premium Fuel Only says CT is a snow bunny connoisseur. I think that's French, right? Dragon says chaotic said, ain't no way, Birdman voice. I respect it, Playboy. Thank you so much. Kelvin says chaotic. You speaking the Freaknik kids. What you expect? Okay. Like Freaknik. Okay. So these kids were made at Freaknik. Wild One said, where did Wild Ones come and go? Okay. Chaotic. I said Black Women era was for the 90s. Jasmine Guy. Oh, yeah. She was pretty as hell back in the 90s. Janet Jackson, Naomi Campbell. Black women were very pretty back in the 90s. Nia Long. Yeah, Nia. Oh, my gosh. She was so hot back in the day. Oh, I misread your post. I can't even find it now. Perfect white teacher. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Let's see. Ugh, Whoopi Goldberg, trash. Come on, man. Nah, child. Nah. Let's see here. Well, guys, I had a great time today. Thank you guys for all the super chats, cash apps. Barnabas says he hates me, even though he was on the panel with me. And Black built like a conquering king hates me as well. Okay. All right, whatever. Let's see. I think I missed a super chat. Did I just miss one? Let me see here. Savage says, Courtney, go tell that to your husband. I'll wait. Come on, Savage. Let's stop talking about her. But salute to you, though, Savage. Thank you so much again. Ash with the $5 super chat says, I guess Malcolm X was a coon. Stay away from liberal Democrats. CT, we are in good company. Absolutely. Yes. Lead says, thank you so much again, Ash, man. Thank you so much for all the super chats. Lead said, CT, you look like Whoopi Goldberg. Come on, man. Do you know where I like Whoopi Goldberg? Well, Whoopi Goldberg was, she's super woke, super liberal, but she plays a character named Guinan in Star Trek. Beautiful character. Adina Howard. Yeah, I give you that one. I'll give you that one. Yeah. Remember when we thought Adina Howard was too provocative? Isn't that crazy? She's like Sesame Street compared to these women now. She was super hot back in the day. Grace Jones, Grace Jones, yes, definitely. Tall, attractive, yes, model, absolutely. Let me see. Yeah, Next Generation, correct. Yep, Star Trek Next Generation. Yep. Joy Bryant, I don't know who that is. I don't know. Yeah, today's show was really good. I liked it a lot. Yeah. Or as little kids would say, I liked it a lot. Let me see. Shay says again, chaotic, comma, you are not a coon, you are a possum. I hate possums. They're disgusting looking creatures. Oh, I hate when I see them. Well, guys, I will be back next week. If anybody wants to call in, I'm going to leave the link up for another 30 seconds. But if not, I'm going to get the hell up out of here. Give me 1 second. Let me look up Joy Bryant. Joy Bryant. She all right. I mean, I'm talking about 1980s, 1990s women were way better. Joy Bryant doesn't hold a candlestick to those broads in the 80s and the 90s. And let's not even talk about the 70s. Oh, my God. Let's not even do that. No. Mm-mm. Joy Bryant was 50 Cent's girl in Richard Daughtry. Yeah, I mean, like I said, women back in the day were way hotter, and way thinner, and no tattoos. Black and white women. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Disenfranchisement. Farrah Fawcett. Oh yeah, that was a pretty white chick. Oh yeah, definitely. Kobe says, you telling me Tina Turner over Joy Bryant? Stop it. Yeah, Tina Turner was way hotter than, of course she was. Tina Turner was you're talking about one of the most legendary singers of all time, whose musical career spanned 60 plus years, maybe 70. You're going by how Tina Turner looked when she was 60. Tina Turner was a fox when she was in her 20s and 30s. Hold on for a second. Yeah. Tina Turner was way more prettier. Sorry. Yeah, definitely prettier. Let's see. Elizabeth Taylor. Oh, that was a pretty white chick back in the day. Oh, yeah. I've seen pictures of her. Oh, she's smoking. These women today don't look nothing like how women look back in the day. I don't know what happened, but no, not at all. Not at all. Mary J. Blige. Oh, yeah, she was cute back in the 90s, but wasn't a super hot chick. No. Madonna was cute. Very cute back in the day. Very cute. She looks like the Saw mask now. Angela Bassett. Yes, Angela Bassett has always been attractive. She was smoking hot back in the day. Yeah, she was super hot. Yeah, she was super hot back in the day. Let's see. And thin too. Ugh, bitch. Let me see. Nia Long. Yeah, Nia Long. Only thing about Nia Long is that Nia Long was, if Nia Long would have been about 5'8", 5'9", oh, Jesus Christ. She was a midget, though. That's why she was really never, crossing over into other, but she was short. Yeah, Pam Grier. Pam Grier was all right. She was like a 5'6". She just had big tits. I never thought Pam Grier was that super hot back in the day. I went to school with girls who like Pam Grier. Lisa Bonet was super hot. Super hot. Oh, man, I remember being a kid. I'm like, who is this bitch? I didn't say bitch back in the day because I was a nice little kid. I didn't say bitch. Lola Falana. Yes, straight down. Cindy Crawford. Oh, my God. Yeah, Cindy Crawford. Super hot. You know what's so crazy about a lot of these women? Like, they have daughters. Cindy Crawford's daughter is a model too, but her daughter's like 3 inches shorter, not as hot. It must suck when your mom is hotter than you. Ugh, yeah. But Cindy Crawford back in the 90s, ugh. Garcelle Bouvier, oh my God. When she was young, yeah, she was super hot. I would legit say she's a straight 10. That's it, 10 back in the day. She looks weird now, but she was a straight 10 back in the day. Yeah, Naomi Campbell, definitely. Naomi Campbell is the most beautiful woman ever born. Thelma from Good Times. Ooh, Esther Rowe. No, she was like a 2. Maybe a 2. I definitely would have subbed to Playboy back in the day. You're damn right. No, I'm not hiding about that. Let's see. Bernadette Stanos. Who is that? I don't know who that is. Well, guys, I gotta get the hell up out of here. Please come back for the 10-15 show. King Talk. This has been a wild panel. Thank you guys so much, man. Positivity is definitely coming you guys' way. I know a lot of you guys don't like my views. I know I blacked out earlier, but that's me though, man. Felicia Rashad. Oh yeah, Felicia Rashad is super hot. She was beautiful back in the day. Oh, on the Cosby Show. Oh, she was an older woman then. She was like in her mid-30s. Super hot. To me, Felicia Rashad is back in those days, Cosby Show era, because she was older. I'll give her like an 8, but she was beautiful. Have you ever seen her graduation photos from Howard University? Straight 10. Barnabas says CT is the love child of ET and a Grace Jones, you bastard. Thelma from Good Times, dime. Oh yes. No, I don't call her a dime, but basically she's like 7.5, 8. Pamela Anderson, I never found her to be super hot. I'm sorry. I never found her to be that hot. You know, definitely a pretty chick, but nah. Oh, she played Thelma from Good Times. Oh yeah, she was about a 7. Let me see. Kelvin says, you know what happened, Chaotic? The Fix a Flat went on sale for 99 cents. CT, you definitely look like Grace Jones. Come on, man. Let me see. Chicago Rilla says, Chaotic, peace or positivity is definitely coming your way. Thank you so much. I know one of you guys are going to clip me just doing that with my nose, because that's the only thing that you guys are looking for me to slip up, but my nose really did itch. Let me see. Halle Berry. Yeah, Halle Berry. I remember when women were rocking the short hair. Halle Berry was the only woman that could really do it. Super hot. No problem, Ivan. Let's see. Kim Basinger. Oh yeah, dime. Guys, I'm out of here. Peace. Thank you guys so much, man. I rock with you. Thank you guys.